The following D&D campaign is rated TV MA LSVEC. It contains strong language, sexual situations, violence, extreme nerdiness, and player character conspiracy theories. It is intended only for a mature audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, here we go.
Poor Bobby. Poor Bobby.
Pour one out.
I like to apologize to our guest.
For all the penis and vagina. Yeah. Okay, check. All right. So Dan, Llennoc will be doing our recap tonight, right?
Right. I was about to
So
make some
kick
lady
it off,
joke
my
in chat.
friend.
That's probably better.
Oh, yeah. You can do it after.
I'm just kidding. Sort of short and sweet. The end. Just kidding. Oh, we finally arrived. And what a long journey it was. Wait, you idiot. That's a different recap. Let's try that again.
What game are you in?
Yeah. I keep them all in the same document.
Yeah.
We'll take it out in post. It's fine.
Nice, yeah. Fix it in post. Well, this has been an eventful week. After spending such a lovely time in Pepino's hole, we all took a step outside for some fresh air. Not only were we ambushed immediately, but my clothes couldn't be bothered to make the trip with me. It would seem we missed ourselves a check-in while we were in Harassa. Oops. I know I'm new to this cartography thing, but damn, I can't make heads or tails of the landscape as we travel this week. I hate feeling this useless. We run into some Goliaths tonight. They're looking me up sideways, making faces like they just ate a handful of shite. The same with young Bandit. Pepino has done a fine job sorting them out politely as he does. Seems like we're on the same side for the most part. They're fighting for something real at least. Watching out for the small people. Them folks stuck in the middle while the power struggles here. Dinner's not over yet though, and I'm keen to see what less than virtuous motivations they might have. That's it.
Beautiful. Short and sweet. Love it. All right. So in the tall grasslands of the main island, we have... God, I almost said Daxel. I'm off my game tonight, guys. Elxaris and Ileana are off just over the hill watching Llennoc, Pepino, and Jefferson dine with the Goliaths. Dinner is starting to wrap up. And you can tell that they're sort of getting ready to mount their griffins and head out for the evening. But is there anything else you would like to do with this group of Goliaths that you've broken bread with before they leave?
Not really. I mean, I think we got our point across. I guess I would have asked at some point where and when the meeting is with the giants.
So the main leader that you were speaking to earlier would have told you it's in 4 days' time. We're going now for preparations. There will be more gathering. And he points off to that storm that you guys have been tracking up at the highest peak of the mountains, off to the west, just up there.
Okay. How long of a griffin ride was that for you guys?
Oh, we've only got one more day.
Okay.
These beasts are quite fast.
So on foot, it would we? Do you think we'd be able to make it there in time?
He kind of looks over your horses, gives another look at your Drake, kind of looks back at you, and possibly. Depends if you get lost.
Well, until next time, thank you for joining us, and I'm glad we could put aside differences.
I as well. Stay safe and vigilant.
You too.
They will mount their griffins and depart. You see all of them take off in that direction. Just as the light of the moon starts to get really bright, Ladies, what are you two doing?
Were we just watching, I think?
We were just chilling.
Yeah, you're watching.
Just
and you've
relaxing.
seen,
Fucking
you've just
bad
seen
shit.
yeah.
Oh, but didn't we like
Gasped.
hear something? I want to say I had to do a perception check, but I don't remember what it was for.
I think it was just me, like, going up to see you guys.
Mm.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't recall it being
Cope
anything.
illusion.
Okay,
Yeah.
then
So cool.
yeah, we're looking at the stars, right?
Yeah, I don't think Ileana would. Yeah, I think we're just chilling.
Okay.
Just relaxing.
Even after the Goliaths have departed.
Yeah, you know.
Great. Fantastic, gentlemen. You up to anything in particular?
I'm gonna give Bandit some extra scratchies for being picked on. by the
Bandit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Knocks on some tasty
Bandit's
delight.
actually with us.
It's true. It's
Oh.
true, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you guys. Yep.
Mm.
So, excuse me, because we what?
Yep.
Yep.
Because we,
Meta.
yeah. Okay.
It's fine.
It's fine. I'm gonna give Bandit extra scritches. You're a weird looking one.
No.
That's
I
sweet.
think he looks. Sometimes he looks a little dignified.
You think?
Sometimes, in the right light. You know, when the sun hits him just right.
Do you think he needs like a little collar? Does he have a collar on?
He has a scarf that I made him.
Nah, that's not good.
Yeah, he has the scarf.
Yeah,
Why
but
do you
like,
Why do you want to put a collar on him?
I don't know. I feel like he needs more than just that little dingy scarf.
It's a very excellent.
I mean,
Yeah,
the scarf could be
scarf.
used to like keep him warm.
You're right.
But-
It is getting a little dingy, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
Hmm.
I just don't have. Oh, well, maybe I do. Hold on. I have. Nope, I already sold it. Just kidding.
I don't.
Awesome. Yeah.
I had leather armor, but no. Do you have any? Do you have any leather armor or something like scraps or something?
No, I don't keep scraps on me. I mean, I got some books. I got my violin. That's rations. Yeah, I don't really. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's fine. He's okay. I mean, we got a bit of, we're still traveling. I'm sure it would just. We'll change it out sometime.
Okay. Yeah. And I get to go back to scratching his little head and under his little chin.
No, he'll lean into it a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. So, if there's nothing else, then we'll go into the evening. Are you guys doing watches or?
Well, I mean, I would have gone to try and like convince Elxaris and Ileana to come back to camp.
Sure.
The giants left.
Yeah.
I'll deal with them. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, they're gone. How was dinner? How was everything?
Kind of comfortable over here, actually.
Are you, do you guys want to come back to camp or?
I mean,
It's not like tainted or something. It's just
no, it's not tainted, but I mean,
it's not,
whatever. Sure.
well,
Are
I
you
just
sure
think
they're like gone?
yeah, they flew away. They went to go to the giant meeting.
It's just that. Wait, is it a giant meeting or is it a meeting of giants?
Yes,
So it's a
I see
giant
what
meeting
you
of
did
giants.
there.
it's a giant meeting.
Of giants.
It's what it sounds like.
Well,
It doesn't sound. It's a little
You need to
confusing what it
clarify.
sounds like.
Okay, so there are giants and they're meeting,
Uh huh.
so it's
and there's a
meeting
lot
of
of giants. Yeah, it's a
So
giant
it's a
meeting.
giant meeting of giants. Got it.
Yes.
That makes sense.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess, Bandit, are you ready to head back? That's what I thought. We'll go ahead and go.
Elxaris is gonna think to herself, I need to hang out with Liliana.
But it's not because you're telling me to go back, of course. It's because I want to go back.
I didn't tell you to do anything.
Okay, and she starts walking towards the camp.
Well, wait for me.
Okay. All right. So evening comes. We doing watches? You guys going to sleep?
Oh, I would like to help Pepino with his book a little further, if I can.
Yeah, that would be great.
You would ask about the book. Hold on.
The book is.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, I've got that one in a.
Damn it!
Oh my gosh! Look at me, I'm so out of it. I didn't even start our music. I'm so out of it.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh man, I
I
didn't even notice.
know. Okay, let me hit play on that. And then I'm gonna pull it up. So go ahead and make your. Let's see here.
I forgot how we did it.
Well, did you? So I adjusted it a little bit, knowing the new like way that you guys are attacking, like how you're trying to interpret this book. So Llennoc would make an investigation check, and he would do it at advantage if he uses comprehend languages for the draconic.
Definitely.
And then it lowers if you make and hit a certain DC with your Arcana check.
It lowers the time.
It lowers his DC, which helps lowers the time.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now I'm gonna pull that.
All right. A 22 for investigation.
22. Okay.
Hey. That's way better than you've been rolling on that. I feel like before you were rolling
Yeah.
like eights and shit.
Yeah,
Yes.
11s, 13s.
Yep.
I'm like, you guys, this is an ancient tome. I can't give it to you on a 13.
It's allegedly called the Tome of Great and Terrible Powers, but
Great. And
I think that's
terrible
just
powers.
a translation error.
Translation, yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Sure.
are both types of powers I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Great and terrible.
All power is both great and terrible. Okay. So it's
Last
opening
thing I
up.
wanted is just some average powers, which is
Yeah.
what I actually already possess.
Yeah. That's what you asked for before we started playing, right? I only want
It's
average
exactly
powers.
what I have.
Yeah, it is what you asked for. Don't give me
That's
powers.
funny.
What's your Arcana check?
That's
Here.
awesome.
Sorry, what was that?
What was your Arcana check?
Oh, I'm rolling Arcana.
Yeah. That's okay.
22.
22. Okay. I think that lowers it. Let's see. Let me see. Come on, pages.
We
Don't let
made
me
progress.
Don't let me down.
A breakthrough.
Read a page.
Wait. We'll flip back and forth a few pages. This and that.
Oh, yeah, because
Okay, well-
what we were doing is we were trying to find the titles of each
Yes.
spell.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. So I was going to apply that time to each of the title pages, which has a little bit of information about the spells, so that way you guys could,
Ooh, I like it.
it would take, when you actually do each of the spells, it'll lower that amount of time that it takes to do that spell.
Gotcha.
So, okay. I would open the PC version, but it's all redacted.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
understandably.
yeah, yep. Okay. So we'll say while it's opening up, you read the book, you get a little bit of information. Let's see here. Do you guys want to roll your, while I'm waiting for it, do you guys want to roll your evening checks for me, please?
Sure. Ileana will take a watch.
Okay.
Alex will be with her. She likes to hang out with her now.
I'll take one with either Jefferson or Llennoc, whichever.
Okay.
I'll offer. I'll say, do either of you guys
Yeah.
want?
I'll go. I'd solo it.
You want a solo? Okay.
Okay.
Llennoc and I will take last then.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have wonderful roll.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so you guys have successfully. Okay, so let me ask you this, because you have comprehend languages up. You can do you can just be doing the Draconic, and get that part out of the way, because that's the much more difficult part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or because you have comprehended languages, you can do a lot less and also do the Sylvan on top of it. So you get like the title of the first 3 spells kind of thing. So it's like the difference between 6 or 3.
Gotcha. I think that I would be so excited I would be doing them in conjunction at first, at least this time around. I'd be like, oh, we've got it. It's this, right? And then, and I'll just go at both languages.
Okay. So you two successfully taking a look and trying to read this archaic version of Draconic with the Sylvan translation on top. And as you read it, the first time that you're really successful at it, you are realizing that the person who translated it from Draconic into Sylvan translated the parts that are truly archaic, but they sort of didn't translate the parts that still translate today in Draconic. So you kind of have to read, you're realizing it's like short footnotes almost to understand both of them.
Mm-hmm.
So doing the first 3 title pages, and you'd already determined that they were alphabetical. The first page tells you of a spell that gives you a boon of combat prowess. And the second page is the spell that will give you a boon of dimensional travel. And the third gives you a boon of fate.
Nice.
And it has, all 3 of them sort of have this like flowery language, and I'll share that with you like off stream of, how you could use this magic for both good and bad. So for both great and terrible reasons.
Nice.
Great
If you were to
and
quantify
terrible.
it. If you were to quantify it.
Okay.
Okay.
Some excellent
right.
progress.
All right. Perfect. All right. So who was first for the evening?
Girls, I believe.
The ladies? All right.
Yeah.
What were your roles, ladies?
13.
Okay.
16 for Ileana.
Woohoo!
Okay. Yeah, so it's a relatively quiet evening for you. You sort of, even though you are miles and miles and days away from that storm, it's almost like you're hearing the storm cloud sort of reverberating through the air. But really, besides the chitter of bugs, the calls of birds that you've been hearing out here on the plains, you don't really hear a whole lot. It's a pretty clear night.
Sounds great.
All right. Second watch. He's up.
I'm up second, and I got a 13.
Twins.
All right. You have essentially the same experience. About the time that you take over, the meteor shower that you guys saw last night is in effect again. So,
Nice.
your evening is filled with that as well, but really not much at all.
Okay.
All right.
Do I enjoy it? Like, is it pretty?
It is. It's extremely pretty. I mean, it's nothing like you saw back at home, because here there's no civilization to blot out the stars.
Oh, yeah.
And there's obviously no trees. It's just the grass. Only one of the moons is shining really brightly. The other one's a little bit, it's waning. So.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you.
It's really beautiful. Yeah, of course. All right. My last 2. Let's do it.
All right. Guillermo is going to be joining us.
Okay. As he
He got
18 for Llennoc.
18. Okay.
Guillermo got a 21,
oh, he's so good.
and I got I think a 9.
A 9. Okay. Yeah.
9.
Okay. I would say with a 21, and actually with the 18, Guillermo and Llennoc both notice far off in the distance. Again, actually make a quick intelligence check for me, Llennoc.
It's a 3. I don't know what my modifier is, but it's not that much.
Okay. I mean, you can tell it's in the distance. You can't tell how far away necessarily, but you hear the very soft howls of wolves. in kind of the direction that you had originally come from, the forest.
Okay. You hear that, Pepino?
Guillermo told me he heard something.
Wolves.
Told me it sounded like wolves. It might be the ones that were following the ponies.
Right. Well, they seem far off enough.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. So, Llennoc.
Aye.
I think this thing with the giants and the dragons is more important than where we're headed now.
I think that I'm swaying in that direction as well.
I don't know what to do. People struggle to take me seriously. So I'm just worried. I'm just worried that we're overlooking what's important for prizes.
I know that there's a delicate balance between these two larger forces, and we're right in the middle of that, but it would feel good to fight for something that's right.
And grand. This is bigger than a battle of subterfuge between two factions. This is more important than property.
You know, we probably do have some time as well. If no one had picked up this task since we were there, or in the week after, then we may have the time to get over there and take a look at this meeting.
I think we could make it, but we'd have to change some plans. We'd have to convince the others. Yeah, convince a lot of minds. And I think you're in a better position to do it. I don't think that my opinion is as heavy or as accepted.
I think that I think it's valued. Certainly, it's just very different. I think than Ileana, perhaps, and I feel that she's very strong in her convictions.
Oh, absolutely. She's one of the strongest people I've ever met.
Oh, right. I haven't forgotten not just combat prowess, but it is hard to forget that scene down there in the ruins. Whew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she was near death, and then in a single swoop, she unfurled some wings and bolstered herself and took out a bunch of enemies like a wild person. It was amazing.
It was very terrifying to an extent.
Right. Well, I don't know if they're going to listen to me any more than you. I think it's more of our opinions that differ, not so much our value. But I'm happy to give it a try.
Let's talk to them over breakfast tomorrow. Let's see if we can make any agreements.
Sounds good. It's a shame in such a beautiful place like this that I'll look up at the meteor shower and stuff, that there's so much conflict and bloodshed and oppression and such.
Yeah,
this is grand.
This can be a beautiful place. And I'm worried that this war that seems like it's going to start soon is going to make everything else seem so small.
Right. There was it's my understanding that long time ago. Actually, DM, what I know, we know that sort of what happened a long time ago that caused this disaster, right? Or do we not know? Is that just a meta thing I know?
You know, you don't know any of the past history except the part that the twin dragons were released by.
Yeah.
The assumption was by someone of the assembly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do know that part. Yeah.
Okay. Did oh gosh, what's her name? We keep calling her her name is close to like
Clara?
hot or no. I'm sorry.
Oh, very Commander
very
Vari.
yeah, very hot.
Yeah, very hot.
Did she
Vari.
mention
Yeah.
that like it was? I feel like she said something about the twins or someone else. Did someone give us an inkling?
Yeah, so she sort
Sorry.
of no, it's okay. She I guess sort of hinted at that she actually traveled with the twin elves that are now part of the Masters of the Assembly, and hinted that they were either part of it or were the ones that at least one of them let them out, but she didn't give you any proof or anything. It was just sort of
Okay.
Twin elves, twin dragons.
Right.
Wake up, people.
Nice.
We'll wake up.
Where's old Derek for the conspiracies?
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Conspiracy theorist Derek. Yeah.
We need if this danger that they're working toward is in fact has anything to do with dragons or anything like the disaster that was wrought long before, then we need to be extra careful.
I agree.
And in the know.
Yeah. I don't want to feel like there's something we could have done. I would rather just make progress where we can instead of get distracted by little things.
Oh gosh, I'm sorry. What are the twins? Do we know the twins' last names?
I want to say it's the Shaylins, but let me double check for you.
Okay, sorry.
I want to say no. That's okay. We'll say it's the Shaylins for now, and then I will correct us if I have to.
Tasha, you need to scoot to the right a little bit so the puppy isn't blocked by your character.
Oh yeah.
Did you just want the paw, or did you want the actual face?
You want the tummy. That's what the people want.
Sorry, there we go.
It's okay.
There we go. Is that better?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
So, Pepino, I'd like to share something with you. If you think you can keep it between the two of us, I don't want to lay something on you that you'll feel uncomfortable with.
Anything you need.
I'm going to take the note out that Clara gave me and show it to Pepino. And the note effectively talks about the assembly knowing who I really am, and that they may or may not be, keeping an eye out on me or for me. So I've been fairly vocal about my reasons for being here. Finding a new life and figuring out just who I am by myself. Oh no, I gotta fix the things. I probably shouldn't go into this tonight anyway, huh?
No, you're okay.
Okay.
No, you're fine. You're okay.
But there is another reason. Those are all valid reasons and real reasons, but there's a story my mother used to tell me, or rant at me, or yell at me, or guilt me into taking care of. A story that her parents told her and me when I was a wee one, and so on and so forth. My ancestors worked closely with the Fens, the Flints, which you might recognize as one of the original people from the Assembly, the first time they came here. My family was supposed to be one of the main families for the Assembly to come over here the first time. And there was an accident that later we discovered wasn't quite an accident, where my ancestors lost their lives and were unable to make the trip. The Flynns, mind you, came from the same town that I hail from. Sorry, I'm also consulting my notes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Now, nothing was ever directly tied to them, and couldn't approve anything, but my great grandmother many times over was set to be a master of the Assembly, but she and her eldest child were killed in a tragic accident, which again was not so much an accident.
I'm sorry to hear this, Leonard.
Well, it was a sad story the first time I heard it, and it turned into a frustrating story. Something my mother felt was my duty to take care of, and that's part of why I'm here. There's much more to it, and I don't want to get into all of it tonight and lay too much on you anyway, but
Hey, no problem, man. I'm here if you ever want to talk.
you've always been very easy to talk to, Pepino, and very open and understanding, so I just didn't feel right without... I'll tell the others in time, but for now, I needed at least someone to know if we're traveling together. I don't know if that adds some danger to traveling with me. I don't think so, but if it ever does, I'll make sure everyone knows and has the opportunity to make a choice whether to keep me around or not.
I'll put my hand on Lennoc's shoulder and say, Llennoc,
Aye.
I'll go down any path with you, no matter the danger and no matter the history. I know you're a good person, and I'll always be there.
Put my hand up on your other shoulder.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pepino. I appreciate that. A little squeeze.
Yeah.
Sure is beautiful. And
It's lovely. Oh, Llennoc, I know you don't want to discuss it too much more, but do you think the same masters are in power as the ones that...
I recognized a few of the names, family names. Back again. I think some may be the originals. In fact, the was it the Brylers? Are those the twins?
No, I think the Shaylins are the twins.
Shaylins.
They're the elves. Yeah.
Right,
The Brylers are the...
Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I don't think I have anything with them. The Brylers may have been a part of that as well, all that happened. So I recognize their name. Okay, yeah, I didn't recognize the other ones. Okay. So I think that some may be the very same and others may be ancestors.
Well, we'll find some answers. We'll get to the bottom of it. And
Appreciate it.
I'm not worried about how they're gonna what effect traveling with you has. I don't care. I'm not worried about them.
Thank you, Pepino. It means a lot.
Of course.
Okay. So as your watch draws to a close and the sun starts to come up early in the morning, everyone rises to the new day.
Coffee. Just to get that on the fire.
Coffee, bacon, yeah. Derek Bartson. Yeah.
I'll take Bandit for a walk.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take my to-go cup as I'm like looking for whoever is fixing coffee this morning.
Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, I'll pour you a nice.
Yeah.
It's obviously not me.
Yeah.
Come on, Llennoc.
You're the barista.
Elxaris
there
doesn't
you
do
are.
shit.
Oh, did you
Alex
have-
has never made a drink for herself in her life.
Never.
Nice.
Never.
Did you have yourself a good sleep, Elxaris?
Yes.
Good. All right. You sound very confident.
Yes.
Nice. Awesome. Oh, is that a pajama eye patch? Oh, I love that.
No.
Sorry.
Puppy's moving. Yes, it was lovely.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not used to sleeping out in the wilderness,
Mm.
but it's okay. I
Good.
just miss like a bed, you know, big fluffy bed.
Huh.
I get it.
Right.
I mean, do you like, you know, the double mattresses with like the 15 blankets and 20 pillows and, and like those little like cloth things that come around so it's like you're all surrounded. Oh yes.
That sounds
Mosquito
divine.
nets.
Yeah, the mosquito nets. Yeah, that's what.
No, what?
Like, oh, you guys had a mosquito problem? In your-
No. God, no.
They're very dangerous. I hear they spread disease.
It's true.
We don't have that type of problem where I'm from. Okay, it was one of those like it's not a mosquito net.
It was mosquito net adjacent.
No, they were
It
cloth.
sounds
Hummingbird
like
nest.
a mosquito net.
Yeah, it does. It really sounds like a mosquito net.
It was
It's
indoors.
nothing to be ashamed of. It is a practical thing, Ellie.
Right.
Well, like if you were in the jungle, but I was never in the jungle. So, like, you would climb into bed and, like, your servant would come and, like, draw the little curtains around your bed so
Is this the
that
servant you were sleeping with?
I don't know.
Oh, so they get in the bed and then drum.
And
No!
then close the mosquito net.
Right.
So neither of you get bit by mosquitoes.
Y'all
Yeah.
are the worst.
Okay.
Oh,
What a lady
morning,
does
Ileana.
behind her, what a lady
Mosqui-
does behind her drawn bed
Mos-
curtains is her
mosquito
own
nets.
business.
Aye,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Curtains! That's what they're called. They're called
What happens
bed
behind the
curtains.
mosquito net stays behind the mosquito net.
Oh, y'all are weird.
Look, no one's judging you or what you do.
No.
We just, we're just.
So, what came out of last night's little dinner?
Well, Llennoc, if you would like to.
So,
I mean, you're still alive. I'm a little surprised at that, honestly.
they were giving me a look, weren't they?
Which is why we stayed. Oh, this is it. Which is why we
Well-
stayed over there.
They certainly had their prejudice, but
They were reasonable, honestly. They were reasonable people, all things considered.
right.
Hmm.
There's something at work here in this land far greater than any of the things we've been dealing with so far. There's a large scale. It's called a war, but it sounds more like something's brewing to raise everything again like it did in the past. And there's these groups. There's a large meeting of giants and these folk that we spoke with last night, Goliaths and others, number of other races that are getting together to make sure that all the regular people that are just doing their best to live their lives and provide for one another and have community and lives are cared for and stay alive, stay well. We've actually been given the opportunity to go to this grand meeting. Mind you, it'd be a little bit out of our way, but I think we have ample time with no one taking up this job for at least a couple weeks after we took it. I'd like to certainly not force anyone or tell anyone what to think, but I'd like to put it on the table to see if you're all willing to consider heading in that direction and at least finding out who these giants and others are that are looking out for the land and all the good people in it before we finish our task for, well, both the assembly and the others.
So they can't fight their war?
Aren't they like racist against short people though?
They didn't.
Who? The giants?
Yeah, please. I was sorry. Let me rewind. DM, why? There was a reason why.
They're racist against Bandit.
Oh, and
Yeah.
the look, yeah.
But it was something like.
Weird.
Well, yeah.
Because Ileana and I, like, we didn't want to join because of this. I thought it was. Oh, it was.
They called Bandit a monstrosity or something.
An
Abomination.
abomination.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
I didn't want to remind you of that word, but yeah, abomination.
Yeah, it was,
That's why.
yeah, it was Bandit.
That's the most horrible thing I've ever heard
I know.
And they
precious
gave
Bandit.
Llennoc a strange
in my
look.
actual life.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
your-
and
No, everybody does.
In your actual life.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heard a more egregious sentence.
oh,
There's a definite fear in them from these dragons that raised the land some time ago. And they're holding on to that hate.
But
But-
why can't they fight their own war?
mhm.
I'm sure
I'm not
they can.
saying we're gonna fight it for them. It's just, don't you
I feel-
care? Like,
I feel like you're just adding more to our plate.
I mean, I'm not saying that I don't. You're putting words in my mouth that I don't care about people or about other races. But I do care where we put our noses where it doesn't belong, where they don't need to be. If they're fighting the war and they're still fighting the war, then what are we stepping in for? What are we?
Well, I'd say
What are the five of us going to do that is going to help them? What are we offering them?
there's certainly a part of me that wishes we had something to offer, just the five of us. But honestly, I think I'd like to go for a more practical reason. I feel like it's something we're going to get caught up in one way or the other, if it's across the whole land. And I guess I'd just like to have a better idea of who the players are and what exactly we need to be prepared for. I don't know that I'd want to offer our services, especially... I don't know what we'd possibly be able to offer right now. It does feel like a better cause than anything we're working on now between the Pact and the Assembly, but really I just want to know what we might get swept up in.
So how?
My memory is hazy, but it seems that we were here to explore new territory that feels fully explored already. There are so many groups living here, including the Tabaxi, who I have no choice but to claim as my own at this point, and I'm willing to do anything that helps keep them safe.
Well, that's a good point, Jefferson.
I think I would just want to know what's going on. I want to go and yeah, like Lennox said, see who the players are and get a grasp of how far this is going to reach. And I think that if we do nothing and ignore it, we're just going to get conscripted into fighting later on.
Well, okay, hold on. So I'm afraid we had this talk like 8 days ago, where you convinced us to stop our track to go help ponies, and now you're wanting us to stop our track again to go help things that gave you a bad look, and a point to Llennoc, and called this little bandit an abomination.
Give some squishes.
Well, I mean,
So how many times do we have to stop our mission to go help another mission? Like, it's like we're like doing this and then this and then this and then this and then this and this. Like, I'm so lost. Can we just stick to one thing?
If it takes precedence, then I think you need to make adjustments.
Does it? I feel like this is the pony thing all over again.
I wouldn't go that far. But...
Well, it's getting close.
Elxaris, you were like crying because we helped the ponies. You were like in tears, like you loved them.
Well, yes, but that doesn't, like, you
so
still made us. You made us go 8 days out of our way. Yes, you did. It was your fault.
It was, yeah. I mean,
I was in support of it. I didn't make you guys.
Oh, you were more than in support of it.
Oh, you were like,
you were basically guilting us into doing it.
Yes. Yeah. And I feel like
do you guys regret it? Do you guys want an apology? Do you guys regret doing it?
I mean, it was okay.
Was it a mistake?
It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. It just
astray?
It didn't add to what we're doing.
Week? Like, what did I do?
Sure, absolutely.
Like, heaven.
It sounds like the description of just a really subplot sexual encounter.
Let me just. So you got these giants and you got these Goliaths, and so how much land do they take up? Like, when you say we're going to get drawn into this war, I mean, this is the first time we've seen them. So, I mean, up until this point, so like we've covered some land and we haven't seen them, and we haven't been drawn up in anything. So I'm just wondering how much land they take up and who. So it's the Goliaths and the giants warring against each other.
No, it's the
Who
giants
are they warring against then?
And the Goliaths and others as well that are protecting the land. They said that there are forces trying to awaken the dragons again, or awaken something really nasty that's gonna.
Who's the force?
What's that?
I assume dragons.
Who's the force?
Oh, those. Did they mention dragonborn? I don't know.
Yeah, it was dragonborn.
Dragonborn, right? Dragonborn. That we're trying to resurrect or bring back the dragons again.
That'd be cool. Oh wait, no.
I mean, except they seem to think that all dragons were bad, which is ridiculous. Yeah. But this particular dragon does, I think,
sound kind of bad.
Right?
They sound kind of bad.
Like, I think that's what created those ruins outside of Harassa, something like that, and you saw how that city ended up. As far as the Goliaths, I think that they have here, at least in the gnome territory, actually. So I know there's 6 tribes on the island. Is that just in the gnome territory, or is that all across the island? There's the south, the scars, the marshes, the fires, the north, and the falls.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Are all those inside the gnome territory, or is that just all across?
No. During your conversation, you got an idea that that's across the archipelago.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
So there's 6 tribes of the Goliath. The south, the scars, the marshes, the fires, the north, and the falls that are spread out across the island. I know there's giants, and I think they mentioned a few other races that are just looking to keep, the folks of Adras, the folks of Harassa, and other folks just that work and live in the land, packed an assembly like. While I don't think they care much for either entity, they do care about the people. And if they're looking to resurrect a dragon that raised the entire island, That's why I thought perhaps we could at least see some faces, get some names, and see what's going on, more so than, they're trying to resurrect the dragon, and if they have any specifics. And it wouldn't stop us. I know it feels important to me, so I know I'm coming across with some pressure. I appreciate all you did with the unicorn ponies, and while I think this is important, I'm not gonna push if you feel like you just aren't up for it. I think eventually we'll be able to find them or find people, get information we need. I just think it might be handy to do it during the meeting while everybody's there. But I'll leave it at that. If I'm happy to answer any other questions if you have them. I think that's most of what I know.
Yeah, Elxaris. Sorry.
Did they invite us to this meeting, or are we inviting ourselves?
Oh, I'll look over at Pepino.
The door was open. It felt like that.
It felt like it.
Yeah. They were very forthcoming. They didn't tell us not to go. I asked them a lot of questions about it, and
but you didn't ask, can I come to the meeting? Can me and my friends come to this meeting?
Did I ask them?
Sit in.
I can't remember. I think I asked last week, but I'm not sure.
I think you said something at least vaguely about us being able to go there, and I feel like it was
felt
a vague,
like it was pretty open.
Does that sound right, Vic?
Yeah. I mean, based on your roles, at first they were only just like tentatively friendly with you, but as your conversations went, and you guys seemed concerned for their plight, they certainly seemed more open to having you visit. Maybe not necessarily, I believe Pepino recalled sort of the ordning of the giants and knowing that the Goliaths are at the bottom of that ordning. So you may not be invited to the negotiating table or that exact party, but you certainly had an open invitation to come and have conversations with those people. So, yeah.
Well, Elxaris is going to roll her eye, but really both eyes. You just can't see the other one. Roll her eye so hard. I really didn't hear a word you said, but I'm just going to say, let's do it. You talked a lot. It seems like you really want to do this. Let's go.
Look over to Ileana and Jefferson.
Well, I think Jefferson wants to go. He wants to protect the Tabaxi, who I agree will be affected by this.
Can I just make a point, though?
Of course.
This is the second time we are not on our path. And you remember, there's a mansion with my name on it. And if I don't get this mansion, I am coming after both of you. And I look at Llennoc and Pepino.
I mean, just to clarify, the mansion isn't just for you.
Well, I mean, y'all will live there. But if we...
it's not like your mansion.
If we don't get that mansion, then I'm going to be a level of pissed.
I'm just glad that we've come to a point in our relationship where you can acknowledge that we get things too. It's not just...
I'm working on it, okay?
You're making some really good progress. I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
Character growth!
But what are your thoughts, Ileana? I highly value your insights.
We all do. We all highly value your insights.
Just say you'll do it.
That when you want something. Let's be honest. I'm highly skeptical. And coming from the background I do, this seems like a stupid idea. But I'm not just going to sit here while the rest of you go off and do whatever. So
please, I really need you.
Guess I'm following.
I just want to be clear, Ileana, you're like, I look to you for leadership. I'm being completely honest. And
sure.
don't want you to ever feel like you're a follower. We all have.
I'm not
say.
a following. I mean, I'm not a follower.
Okay,
But I'm tagging along to at least make sure that your deaths aren't on my conscience.
That is the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah, but if things go
by
south,
far,
I'm gonna stick with Ileana.
But I do have to say, I'll give you credit where credit is due. You survived the meeting last night with the Goliaths, and they seem to have left, it seems, at least partially friendly. So, you got my respect in that area.
thank you. I'm happy we're sticking together.
Now let's go. The coffee's cold.
All right. I can heat it up for you
May I
if you
say
want.
something before we go?
Of course.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yes.
Ileana sits back again.
Sits all the way down.
Yeah. It occurs to me that you all did something for me, or at least the person I was, and I owe my life to you. And I don't think I ever said thank you. And
Oh no.
I owe you that, and I will fight for you wherever you decide to go. And that's all I want to say.
I run up and give him a hug.
What a good catch,
Oh, I'm really
Jefferson.
furry.
I love furry things.
I'll try and hug him, but it's just gonna be like around your waist.
Ileana will just toast her empty cup of coffee.
Well,
I'll
that's
toast my
that's a
coffee.
pretty nice gesture from Eliana.
Nice. I'll do the same cheers with the very slightly watery eyes, like to you, Jefferson.
Thank you all.
All right, let's get going.
Wonderful.
Again.
All right. So as you head out in the morning, I take it you are slightly veering your course towards the mountains.
Yes. Yeah. Towards the mountains.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
I'll have Guillermo. Oh, sorry. What was? Oh, I'll have Guillermo keep an eye out for any gnomes that are within a reasonable distance of us. But other than that, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys head out and veer off that direction. Are we doing about the same thing as we usually do? Llennoc, you're working on your maps.
Yeah.
Or are you going to do anything different tonight? Okay.
Well, I'll work on my maps during the day as we travel, but I definitely want to continue helping Pepino.
Oh,
on the
yeah. We're
book.
just doing during the day.
Oh,
We've
sorry,
learned
gotcha.
our lesson. Remember, I cannot do
That's
multiple
right.
time with you guys. Yeah. We tried that once and that failed miserably. So, okay. So yes, during today's travel, you are working on your maps. Guillermo's looking above for any of the nomadic tribe. Anyone else looking around, trying to navigate?
Ileana will keep an eye out.
Okay. So Llennoc, can I get that survival check with your cartographer's tools?
Yes.
And then Guillermo and Ileana, I'll take your perception checks, please.
13.
13.
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Ugh, 12.
It's an 11 from Ileana.
Okay.
Strong rolls, guys.
Yeah, so good. It's so strong. All right. So, Llennoc, it's still more grassland. I mean, luckily you're in the grass, so not a whole lot to record.
Nice.
So you're doing okay. Yeah, you're doing okay. And actually, both. Actually, hold on. Let me. Yeah, both Guillermo and Ileana will notice a little bit of a rustle about mid-morning off to the north. But before you notice that, Gnaarflibbinstoop, you actually notice them before they notice you. So you see a group of 5 travelers
Mr.
on horseback.
Flippinstoop.
Yeah. Gnaarflibbinstoop. You see 5 travelers on horseback, followed by a full-grown blue guard drake that are heading due west towards the mountains.
Alec, your mic's muted.
Is it?
Yeah, there you go. You're good.
Now you are. Now you're good.
now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gnaarflibbinstoop will rush along as quickly as his short gnomish legs can carry him to try to hear. Waving seems to be visible above the tall grass.
Wonderful. So can you describe, besides the crazy arms trying to be seen past the grass, what do they see running towards them?
Yeah, with Victoria, they see, I would generously describe him as a wizened-looking rock gnome. Some receding hair, with a pair of goggles on his forehead, a bandana around his mouth, and it looks like a very sleek. It doesn't look like strained from cooking stuff. It looks like bits where like a lie might have stolen it, with kind of a bandolier full of vials and an enormous jug, almost the size of his torso, strapped to his back and constantly sloshes as he moves. That actually probably sticks up above his head as he kind of puts his hands up to get y'all's attention.
Yeah. I'll wave back like, hey.
There's
Well,
something small in the grass over there.
Oh yeah, it's
hello. Can you calm down a moment with those big horses? Give me a listen.
sorry, you wanted to do
I'm
what?
fighting back the urge to pounce.
Nice. Oh, Jefferson. Whoa.
You've seen like wiggling his butt, like easy there, pal. Hi.
Oh, well met.
Hey, how? I'm looking for a bit of help here, and if you don't mind me saying so, 5 fine folk traveling with a blue guard drake. That seems like a mighty fine force. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Look, what
You
can I help
needed
you
a
with?
horse?
Force there, ma'am.
Force.
I've got a friend in need. I've got a friend of mine who's been captured. Her familiar met up with me 2 days hence, and I've been traveling on the road looking for some assistance getting her out of here. You don't mind me saying so. You folk look like the kind capable of taking care of yourselves, and
Appreciate it.
she needs some taking care of.
Yeah, we'd love to help.
Elxaris wants to sneak around behind this new thing, this new gnome, to like study, or just to be behind him.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. I'm Pepino.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Pepino. I'm Gnaarflibbinstoop. You can call me Gnarf. Most folk do.
All right. Pleasure, Narf. These are my friends. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Llennoc.
Ileana.
Elxaris is around here somewhere. She's probably sneaking up on you, so don't freak out.
Rude.
Well, I appreciate
Jefferson.
that. I'll start real easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. She's gonna any second now. Just give it a few.
Yeah, it's
You're
like
another
a
short one.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me here. I suppose I owe you a bit more of an explanation then. Well, you see, my friend of mine is Lady Amara. I don't know if you've met her before. She travels around these parts on occasion. She's with the elves up north. We've been kind of banding together now that the dragons and the giants are at each other's throats, more or less. And, well, she seems to have gotten herself into a bit of a pickle. She's gotten captured somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. I think it's a cottage, just a half day that direction. And well, someone's holding her there. The familiar didn't give me too many details, but if it's someone that can take her down, that's not something I want to tangle with myself. Not alone.
So were you with her when she got captured, or I'm sorry, I'm trying to understand the context.
Oh no! Sorry, let me calm down. I'm not used to sprinting.
Yeah. Here, take a seat. Take a seat. Let me get you. Yeah.
relax, please.
Oh.
Now, her familiar is a fine raven fellow named Pardu. He found me 2 days ago.
So his name is Pardu.
Purdue.
Purdue.
Yeah.
Or two.
Purdue.
Part 2.
Harder.
Kind of,
Okay, it's not important.
kind of rolls off the
Okay.
tongue.
Okay.
2 days hence, found me, told me, hey now, Lady Mara, she's gotten herself into some trouble. That's Mara Glendhaven, or Glendon. You met her before. She's pretty well known around these parts. But anyway,
Oh, Mara.
a little while
Yeah,
back.
Lady Amara. That sounds familiar. Right?
No better than me.
I'm
That
standing
sounds really
behind
fucking
him like
familiar.
this.
Hold on, that sounds really fucking familiar.
But we don't know you.
Well, I can't see how you would. I don't really make a name for myself. I mostly just go around collecting plants and such, brewing up.
Collecting plants.
Oh, can I see them? Can I see some?
Oh, of course. I ground up most of the ones I had. I was actually meaning to head up to that there cottage I was speaking of. There's a dragonborn chap who usually lives there named Shandley. And he grows some mighty fine herbs. He'll send you on a trip for sure. But frankly, I think that's where she's being held, according to Purdue. That's why I was making my way up there.
So we think that it was the Dragonborn that captured her?
I don't know. I can't imagine it would be. He's a good sort. He's traded with my family, my folk, for quite some time.
Yeah. Are you from around here? Like close to where we are now?
Oh, there's a tribe hereabouts. I used to be from there. I had a little adventure, if you will, sometime hence.
As one does?
Yeah, I suppose you'd know better than most folk. We can get into that some other time. It's not important. What is important is,
No, it's not.
I don't think it's the Dragonborn, I have to say. He's a good sort.
Okay.
I can offer you a token from our tribe if you please in exchange for this, which will be a mighty fine means of introduction should you ever encounter them again. Just as a thanks for helping me out, they'd be liable to help you out in return.
Sure, anything. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like she's in danger.
So, I wish I could give you more specifics, but in the meantime, it's a pleasure to be meeting all of you in turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the fifth one of y'all?
She's any second now. She'll pop out.
I've been standing behind him with my arms crossed, just staring.
Ileana's looking very pointedly at Emilio.
Emilio.
Sure.
The player.
Emilio!
Who the hell is Emilio?
Video.
What?
Pepino.
Yeah.
I'm all for
She's
it's a person in
She's in
me.
danger.
Right.
Wouldn't you want to, if you were in danger and we needed help? Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Narf.
Pepino, you mentioned you would like to see one of my wares, perhaps. I have here a potion, if you would like one. It's a mighty fine potion. Just let me roll my D8 here to figure out exactly what it does.
All right. Well,
Yeah, there's a potion that when you drink it, make you lighter than air. You'll be able to fly like a bird.
that'd be pretty cool.
Time.
That would be pretty cool, Pepino.
You could
Picture
hang
it.
out with Guillermo. He flies.
Brilliant, Jefferson.
We have the magic carpet, so we can already do that.
Oh,
But yeah,
Oh
Narf, we'll come back to this business transaction in a moment. I want to talk to my friends.
Oh,
Seems some of us have some concerns.
No rush there. I'll just be right here. I don't get very far very fast.
So what are we thinking, guys?
yeah. Ileana.
I'm thinking.
I'm just gonna look at Ileana too before I say anything.
Yes, Elxaris, what do you want to add?
I'm still behind him
You're
Oh!
still behind him.
That's where she went.
as I'm yelling at Narf.
Why are you yelling? He's like right in front of.
Ileana is going to
To scare him?
look back. Do we see you behind him, Elxaris?
Yeah. I was just fun
Ileana's-
enough to sneak up onto him, but I'm very
Okay.
visible.
You're very
Ileana's going to
obviously
look-
Just like come out of the bushes, just arms crossed.
Ileana's going to look over there and be like, that makes 3. 3 times that we've been taken off the path that we need to be on. But if you want to help him, let's help him.
Do you want to leave this poor woman in captivity?
I mean, it could also be a trap.
Or
Narf,
maybe
is
she
it a trap? I'm
deserves
gonna
it.
ask Narf.
Maybe
Narf, is it a
she's
trap?
Begging your pardon, miss, but it certainly isn't. I've never been the trapping sort in my life. I prefer to be upfront with folk and deal honestly.
Sure.
Has she done
Man,
something
Sounds
that
like someone
deserved the
setting a
jailing?
trap. That's what someone setting a trap would say.
Oh, she's a kindly fella. Well, not fella, you know what I mean, but
Right.
you know, she does good. She ventures about bringing peace to what folks she can. She's a little on the nervous side sometimes. She's a bit powerful as a wizard. Maybe some folk would be afraid of her, but I can't imagine she'd have done anything that merits long-term imprisonment.
All right.
And also, there was a dragonborn there, correct? Sorry, what was his name?
Shandley is his name.
Shandley?
Sure, yeah.
Guys, it might also be good to talk to Shandley and get his side of the story as well.
Right. Perspectives, everything.
Now that I would be
Well-
okay with.
This is the third time we're having to change
That's what
our
I said the
course.
third time. That's why I yelled it out to you.
Look,
I know, I was
believe we're about to
listening.
be
I have to
sidetracked
say-
while being sidetracked.
I have to say, Elxaris, this is kind of strange to me. This kind of desire for efficiency from you is kind of new.
I need some sort of like one direction, like, you know, this is too much like spasticness for me, because that is so a word. I would like to be on one course for a little bit before you ruin everything else.
Well, how about this?
I like plans.
How about this? Let's take a moment. Let's breathe. Let's set this goal for ourselves. Let's try and achieve it. Mark it as a W, and then on to the next one.
What's it?
Mark it as a
Okay,
W for what?
A win.
Can we do this and still make it to the meeting on time?
That's an excellent question.
Hmm.
Narf, how far away is this?
Just half a day about. Probably faster on horseback. Half a day for me is probably like a few hours for you.
Okay, so
We could do that.
that's something we could do. Is it? And then I'm gonna pull out a map and point to him where the giants are. I'm gonna say, is it in this direction? Like, would we be going?
Victoria, that is an excellent question.
Sorry.
Victoria.
You're heading which direction? I'm sorry.
Victoria, make it easy for me. Just say it's on the way. Just say it's on the way. So I'm being yelled at. I'm being yelled
Okay,
at.
so
10 minutes.
Narf is showing you on the map. It's only about a half a day's travel from where you are right now.
Yeah, on the way.
To
Is
the
Is it on
It's
the
not in
way?
the opposite direction. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
sort of
not-
to the northwest. Yeah,
Okay.
you guys are heading west, and it's like northwest, so
Okay.
it's not very far.
Okay.
It's just
Did
a
I
scenic route.
scare
That's all.
Yeah, are you still behind Narf?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be finally at this point that he says, "Oh, well, that's great to hear," and he turns around and just goes, "Oh God, gosh darn!"
I was really hoping he would yell, North!
That'd be awesome.
Oh, goodness gracious! Oh, very quiet for folks so large.
Oh, thanks. I mean, anyways,
And
You
as
seem harmless.
Narf turned around and you scared him and almost made him pee his pants, we figure that's probably a good spot to take our bio break.
Yay!
Yay!
Fuzzy
Finally.
segue.
Yay!
I
Okay.
love it.
So for anyone new, we take an 8 to 10 minute. It's a 10-minute
10 to
bio
12.
break. Yeah, 10 to 12, 15 to 20 minute break, just so we can get up and stretch and everything. So awesome! Yay! So we got to meet Narf before we go to break.
Narf, sorry, what was his last name?
Don't turn off your
That's
webcam.
what
If we
I'm
have
saying,
something to cover it,
Yeah, Alan.
Yeah,
Alex.
yeah. I
Yeah,
messed
just
up.
cover it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's good.
like this.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect.
Unless you want to make Dan work, then in which case, do
Yeah.
that.
You know,
Yeah,
shut
just
the
keep
Bible.
changing around. You're good to go. So, awesome.
Nice. All right.
It's not his last name, right? I think it's
No,
his
that's
full
just
name.
all his name is Gnaarflibbinstoop.
Yeah,
That's
his
great.
full name. So awesome. All right, guys.
All right.
We'll see you in about 10 minutes.
Nice. We'll keep the audio hot because we are.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
More wine. Yes.
Back. Oh yeah, the mics are hot, so I can't talk shit.
I mean, technically you could, but the music's on, so...
It's true. I know my girlfriend's yelling from the other room. I'm just gonna say something embarrassing.
Yes!
Is a blue battle weapon one of them?
Yes, which is the biggest.
Why?
Because it's amazing to do not question
Just sounds like it's all over the place.
I imagine it as like it's made like a muffin, but like cake textured.
Okay.
So I mean, Kim would have to tell you more, but that's just what I imagine in my head. Like it's a really fancy cake muffin called a battle muffin. And different.
Interrupt is very important. Alex, would you mind talking for me? You're cutting in and out.
Yeah, you're a little quiet.
We can hear you. Yeah. Oh, sure.
I don't know if it is.
No, possible. Oh.
We got teleported to the Feywild, and there was like, well, it was like a tornado or something. It was just like coming right at us, and there was this gnome on like a butterfly or something yelling at us in the southern accent that we like, you gotta get out of here, you gotta run, like just trying to
amazing.
help us. Yeah,
I love that so much.
Okay, sorry.
Like my lips don't look like I have color in them until I start drinking water and a little color like pops up. I really should like apply something.
you know what, Taco? I think you look great even without one. You all still.
This is a very stud pill.
I love it. I just happened to notice. I think it was on Tuesday. I was like, okay, my lips are very pale. Was I feeling all right?
Oh boy.
Almost made it.
Oh,
Almost.
shit. Well,
Section.
Wah wah.
I love the drawing, Vic. It's so cute of Gnarf.
Oh, Gnarf. Oh,
right?
thank you. He gave me such good direction of what he was looking for.
It's so precious.
He looks like a character from Dota, like very, very similar to a character
Oh.
from Dota 2. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Well, I know what Dota is because Emilio talks about it, but I've never played it in my life.
it's just a game.
Oh,
Is he a gnome in it? Because I looked
Kind
up
of.
like gnome. I looked up like a whole bunch of gnome
I'll look for a picture of him.
inspirations and
Well, speaking of games, I would like to bring attention to the greatest game that just got
oh
released.
geez, I'm muting myself.
What is it?
Animal Crossing, and I love it so
okay,
much.
yeah.
Oh, nice. It's been a
Okay.
while since they had one.
Right.
right?
Well, I've never played, and
Oh.
so my Saturday group pretty much all has it. And so Matt
Oh.
picked it up for me on Friday.
Oh, sweet.
I just got another working color UK.
Oh, no.
Let me know if that wallpaper
I'm
works. Yeah.
curiously enjoying Animal Crossing that Kate has been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, it is the most relaxing game to listen to and watch somebody else play.
Yes.
Huh.
It's just, I love it so much. That's all I've done the past 2 days. Like, you're lucky I got out of my pajamas for y'all.
we
That's all I've done.
Nice. That's the best pickup reply I've ever heard.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
But I love Animal Crossing so
No.
much.
I
Pretty
played
cute.
a Animal
House.
Crossing Pocket Camp or something like that on my phone for a while.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. But then I got bored because it's a lot of the grind after a while. So I almost got Animal Crossing for the Switch last night. I had my card out and everything. I'm like, okay.
It's like looking at it.
We watched some playthrough first. I'm like, it's a lot like Pocket Camp. I'll give it some time.
I mean, give it some time, but as someone who's never ever played it, I am really enjoying the hell out of it. Like, I have
Nice.
house, I have like I'm
nice.
getting my setup.
Uh-huh.
I'm invading other islands looking for their shit. I'm
Nice.
inviting people
Invading.
back. Yes, I'm invading.
You're
Because they burn the manifests after I go there. Like, that's legit.
Oh, nice.
I was
so
like,
you're like robbing them.
Yeah. But it's resources, so I mean, it'll replenish after like a day. Come on,
That's
it's
amazing.
so great. The only thing I don't like is that they give you debt. I'm like,
We don't
Sorry,
know.
are
y'all.
you serious?
I see better.
The doggo is being a bad girl.
Oh,
No,
no.
she's not. You take
No,
care of that.
no, you're being bad. Dog is
No.
perfect.
Dogs are never bad.
It's true. Dogs are so
Daddy.
bad.
Any better now?
Naughty.
Keep talking.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me any better?
Is this better?
Sounds nice and mhm.
Yes, it's a lot better.
Perfect.
This
Oh,
is the
good.
microphone I use for work interviews, so it's very fancy.
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
That fancy call. It's like-
super fancy. Awesome. Okay, well, I guess let's bring it back in. So, you had just turned around to Narf just turned around to see Elxaris there just before you guys headed out to the home of that dragonborn. What are you guys up to?
Okay. Party. No, just kidding.
Okay, so really quick, this is what we know. We know that someone named Amara, who sounds so familiar, was taken.
I would say abducted, sir.
Was abducted.
Yeah, that's not a Liam Neeson movie.
Yeah, it's true.
What's the name again? Sorry, I missed it. It's
Amara, right?
Amara.
Lady Amara.
Okay.
That's Amara, Lady Amara. She's got a last name too. Her last name would be Glendon, I believe.
I do not know this person.
Don't have it on my notes. Yeah.
It just sounds, there's something about it. It just sounds so familiar.
It does.
I mean, familiar.
Driving me nuts.
That's because we've been friends for some years now. I can't help you with your familiarity.
That's fair. Narf, hey, that's fair. So yeah, why don't we and her familiar kind of guided you to where she's captured? Or I'm trying to understand.
Well, the familiar gave me a bit of limited information, told me that she's been separated from her casting components, what she needs to use to do her spells and such, and as such is left a little helpless. She's at this cottage, I suppose. At least that's where the familiar said it was sent, or she was sent out from. So could be this is all some sort of misunderstanding. Could be that place is been overrun by something. I don't know. I won't know
Could
until
be anything.
Sure, Ileana, it could be anything.
certainly could be.
Ileana, what do you think it could be?
Barnacle people.
There's Derek.
Upon that
Missed him.
very unlikely, sir. we're
Sorry, I
right
had a
on the
flashback. I don't know what hit me.
Okay. Well, I think we should.
Eliana looks back to Pepino.
Peanut. Hi, Ileana. What do you think it could be?
What do I think what could be?
You said it could be anything,
It could be anything.
such as.
Such as anything. What do you think anything means? Just waiting for the answer.
Me?
Yeah.
You want to know what I think it could be?
No, I'm waiting for you to tell him what you're wanting to tell him. Oh, sure. What you've already kind of have. We'll help you. Let's go. I mean,
great.
if we're going to help this guy, then let's get going, get it done, and get on back to our feet to where we're going.
Do you
No,
not want to?
completely.
Do you not want to help him?
I mean, you seem pretty like you're wanting to go, so let's go.
Well, that's not what I
Insight
asked
check.
you.
I would like on me.
No, sorry. I
Oh,
Yeah,
Ileana
she-
means it.
Is
Yeah.
she not making herself clear?
No, Alex pretty much trusts Eliana with everything. However, I just realized no one is in an insight check on our new friend here,
Nope.
and that's who I would like to insight check on.
Because he's a gnome, so I trust him.
Well, that's why I don't trust you, the
And he has a southern accent.
We still have
Tasha
a vote.
appreciates
Anyone
that.
over 4 feet can vote.
I would be interested in talking to the Dragonborn.
Yeah. But so is that a yes? You want to go?
Not until I do my
I'm
insight
looking forward to
check.
that.
So you
Nat 20.
want to go?
Exotis seems pretty happy.
That's
about
not what I
something.
know. What does Ileana want to do right now?
What do I want
He
to
wants
do?
to sprout wings and kill something.
What do I want to do right now? I don't think you want. I'm. We need to go. We can go.
Ileana, You have final say. What are we doing?
Uh-huh. You want to go? Then we'll go.
Oh, my Lanta.
If I may interject real quick here, I don't mean to be a bother on you.
No.
But,
No, you're not a bother.
Oh, you're definitely bothering us.
You're not a
can
bother.
promise you, if you do help me out, I'll give you this token from my tribe unto you. And they'll give you quite a warm welcome if you should ever require aid or such. I'm not asking you to do this simply out of the kindness of your hearts. It may also help you in accomplishing whatever you wish to do.
Who is your tribe?
It's a tribe of gnome folk. They live hereabouts. If you don't mind me saying, I'll tell you a bit more about them once perhaps we have gotten a little more comfortable with each other.
Oh.
Fair enough.
I did roll a nat 20 on my insight check. Is our new friend telling the truth? The whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Is Gnarf telling the truth?
Gnarf is indeed telling the truth. He sincerely believes everything he is saying.
What does the token look like? Is it fancy looking?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is beautifully carved out of wood. Actually, kind of similar to the wood token that you guys got. The wood, token that you got from your treant friend Javier. It has a sort of similar look to it. But yeah.
Okay.
Kind of a strange symbol.
I will say we can help you if I get to take the token.
Elxaris, you're being kind of intense.
That's a token right now. Traditionally, I think it's usually you get the token after the favor's done.
I think he's saying that if we help him, we get the token.
Which will be great because the token will help us get us the house later on. Guys, it's all coming together.
I don't care about the house,
stars are aligning.
but
I care about the house.
And the token will come in handy if we need to work our way through this stupid... Let's go.
But
let's please.
Guys, Ileana wants to go. Let's go.
Let's follow the leader. Ileana has chosen. Let us follow.
Ileana, guys. Look,
Dear God.
I'm on the fence, guys. I'm on the fence, but Ileana wants to go,
but I
so
will
we
go
should go.
because you so badly want to do it.
Ileana, I can tell how
Ileana
passionate you are about this.
Very pointedly again at Pepino.
Okay.
So, it's a yes.
We're going.
I just want to say
we'll help you, Gnarf.
this is the third time. You don't get a fourth.
Oh.
Are you talking to me?
Yes. And Llennoc. I'm looking at both of y'all.
Why are you mad at Llennoc or me?
Y'all are the ones that were convincing us to sidetrack, and it's weird.
Ileana's the one that wants to do it.
Yeah, because you're forcing her into it. You are guilt tripping her.
I just asked her.
You guilt tripped her.
When?
Just now.
Ileana doesn't experience guilt.
With the
Ileana is getting off her horse and walking up to Gnarf. Let's go. If they want to stay back here and argue, let them argue. Let's go.
Lead on.
All right, so this one's Ileana's. This isn't on Pepino's record. This is on Ileana's record.
Either way.
Pepino 2, Ileana 1. All right, let's go.
Ileana gets dragged into everything and then has it blamed on her by some character at some point.
This
every
is
single
why
time.
I drink.
I'm gonna very exactly how I'm gonna say Gnarf. I'm sorry. It's this. These people, we have to do a certain type of dance, otherwise it won't go forward. I hope you can understand.
Oh, shit, Pepino.
No, I'm saying it in Gnomish. Unless you guys speak Gnomish, you guys can't fucking understand the thing I'm saying.
You didn't preface it as such.
I did. I said in Gnomish.
No, you didn't.
Sorry, in Gnomish, I say this.
Thank you.
Nice.
Which way are we going, Gnarf?
Oh, it's not too far out your way. It's adjacent to the direction you're already heading, in fact.
Great. Do you mind if I show you my map? Can you point to it on here so I can make a little note?
Yeah, Gnarf definitely could. I'm not sure I can.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
I'll just show my map, and if you point it out, I'll make a little note to draw it in later once I better understand exactly where it is.
Okay. Yeah.
So, Victoria, I'm seeing the wonderful world map there. Where would this be, perspective?
So you see sort of in the middle, there is the orange line is the path that they've taken. They are kind of up in this plains looking area outside of the mountains are to the west of them. And there's more of the valley to the east. So if you guys just head to the northwest, just like a half day's ride, that would be where this little cottage is. And it's really, to your knowledge, because you were part of this nomadic tribe for so long, it's really the only place that has any trees in this entire grassland. Everything else is like 3-foot high grass. So it'll be pretty easy to spot once you get there.
Okay, well, so this is something that I can say we're all in agreement we should do. And the benefits far outweigh the con. The pros outweigh the cons.
I care not, but I will follow Ileana's lead.
Ileana has already asked where which way we go in order to walk
because
in that
Ileana
direction.
very much wants to pursue this. I understand.
It's true. I agree, Jefferson. I can
Just up here
follow you
to the
guys.
west, about a few hours. If you're on those fancy little horses you got there, me with my legs, it's going to be about half a day.
Well, you and Emilio. I'm sorry, you and Papilio.
Papilio.
I love that.
How much wine have you had? Not enough.
Oh, I love Aelius.
Wait,
Well,
wait.
we have Bandit, right? I mean, well, what about Bandit, Pepino? If you ride with Bandit, then maybe he can ride your horse.
Sure. If Bandit, are you okay with this? And I'm going to give him a hug and ask him.
Oh, Bandit.
Yeah, just make a quick handling check for me.
Oh, nailed it. I rolled an 18 plus
18.
23.
Yeah. Without knowing Draconic and therefore being able to communicate to him, you were able to communicate through your hugs and gestures that your new friend is going to ride him.
I'm just going to put my forehead on his forehead, give him a pat.
Wait, who's riding who? That's all I heard was Mom.
I'm going to ride Bandit
that wasn't as naughty
into
as I
battle.
wanted it to be. Never mind.
I'm sorry?
I said
Not
that
the same
wasn't
time.
as naughty as I wanted it to be.
Got it.
You know, we promised proper naughty, and you failed me. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Steven,
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Steven.
Oh, no.
damn it.
Okay, Steven, you're now Narf.
All right.
it. Rolls
Switch
in
character
reverse.
sheets. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I my finger hit the screen in a swipey motion. I've had problems.
You're fine.
Dan,
you're
I owe
fine.
you a box of cookies.
Woo! Make it a box of wine. And no, just kidding. No, we're
Okay.
fine. We're fine.
Okay, no, I'll hook you up, bro.
So let's go. Let's go help out Amara. Let's help out Narf.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I might have also mentioned that Amara, she's a quite powerful wizard. If we're able to get her spellcasting components back, she's probably able to clear up most of the trouble herself. And,
Cool.
and having a favor from a powerful wizard is never a bad thing, at least as far as I can tell.
Yeah, I agree. Ileana, what's wrong now?
Nothing's wrong. I've had
Sorry.
I just know that whenever we receive new information, that generally takes a toll on you. So I was just wanted to check in preemptively.
I've had some experiences with wizards. They're not always hopeful, but I'm sure she's fine.
I mean,
Let's just go. Let's go. We're going. We're heading on our way. We're already going. So let's just go. Let's just.
I agree. But I would just like to interject.
Oh my God.
You have had so many good experiences with the helpful wizard. I'm just gonna.
Ileana trots off.
Nice. Do we need to stop some? Oh, yikes! Went into Kazeel. Do we need to stop somewhere to get the components then, Narf?
Oh, no, I don't know. I just expect they're keeping them where they're keeping her, just separate, like.
Understood.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Right into
So on the ride there, I'll pull up next to Narf and Gnomish. I will say so. Again, yeah. Sorry about the awkwardness in the beginning, but
Oh, it's okay. I understand, frankly. Everybody's got to have a say in deciding where they go in life, you know? You never like feeling like you're just swept along doing whatever thing comes around. That's why I'm out here, in fact. So I can respect that.
absolutely. I just is there anything else you can tell us that might help or?
Well, I've given you about as much information as I can, and I'm getting this secondhand through a talking raven, so unfortunately there's not much to go on. I think that anything that can deal with her is probably pretty powerful, and anything that, is able to keep her contained, keep her captured, is probably something worth taking seriously. I don't know what it is. Could be anything, like your friend's saying. Probably not clan people, but like most other things, entirely within the realm of possibility.
Yeah. Well then, if there's anything else we can do, just let me know, and I'll do my best to help.
Well, I appreciate that. Your name's Pepino, right?
Pepino, yeah.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
If you should ever have occasion where you need herbology potions mixed, any manner of cures or curatives, you just let me know. I don't, do that well in a straight up scrap, but I can make some potions that'll help you out in a pinch.
Sounds great. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind. Thank you.
So what's that on your back there, Narf? Curiosity's got the best of me.
Oh, this old thing, and he'll slap the side of it. This here's where I keep my alchemical components. I'm a bit of an alchemist, you see.
That's so.
Yes, sir. This is indeed, quite valuable to me. Contains, anything you really need it to. It's magic as such. I created it myself. Not anything. By anything, I mean generally acid, poison, beer, honey, oil, vinegar, fresh or salt water, wine, or mayonnaise. Really anything that...
You had me at mayonnaise, Narf.
Yeah, I think we might need some of that mayonnaise.
Right.
I see you're people of culture. I appreciate that. I've had to introduce folk to that in the past.
Oh.
It's difficult to explain. So if you have any need of that, I can pour out of this thing about 2 gallons of mayonnaise before it goes.
That's a lot of mayonnaise, Narf.
Right. Indeed.
that's a lot of mayonnaise.
That's
I have not often exhausted it as such. So,
what we call party mayonnaise, and it's that's right.
Yeah.
What is mayonnaise?
Oh, you're in for a treat, ma'am. Would you like to try some?
Oh, do I have some?
I'm riding a horse right now. I don't really
You
think
can eat
now's
mayonnaise
the
when you're on
time.
a horse.
Right.
I don't. What am I eating mayonnaise with?
You do a breakfast sandwich with the bacon. You put the bacon and the eggs and the
Do I
cheese
have
and a
a
little bit of
breakfast
mayo.
sandwich in my hand?
Let it.
I'm holding back the tears. Like,
So,
I'm sure it's not that bad.
So, Ileana, mayonnaise is when you take egg whites and vinegar and maybe a little lemon juice.
You beat the shit out of it.
And yeah, you beat the absolute shit out of it until it thickens up.
No, I don't. That doesn't sound good to me.
Well, that's all right. Everyone's got their own personal tastes, and it's okay to be wrong every now and then. But it's a wonderful thing.
It's Ileana. Remember, it's okay to be wrong. It's important.
Just kick my horse a little faster.
Hold up. Did you just say she was wrong? And you're still alive?
That's awesome.
Now he is.
More as a joke, but
Yeah, guys.
These mayonnaise, they are delicious.
Wait, hold on. You think Ileana would murder someone over the disagreeing with her, Elxaris?
Oh, you know what you forgot, Pepino?
I'm just gonna...
Blood.
Yeah.
Blood in the mayonnaise.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god!
Right?
Oh,
I haven't really tried that. I'm not sure I'd add the iron texture to my mayonnaise, but
Right.
have someone who is partial to the taste, perhaps. I would leave that to the discretion of the drinker, perhaps.
Ileana slows down her horse to kind of get behind everyone and pulls out one of her books as she's trotting.
She's coming to get you. But not me, because I did not say that she was wrong. Okay, bye.
Me.
All right. So as Ileana reads her book towards the back and everyone makes their way forward, I will say that Gnarf knows his way through these grasslands so well, doesn't even need to make a survival check. These are his lands. So you spend about a half a day's ride. It's probably late afternoon with all of the stop and go conversations. Before you start to reach, you're about a mile out from where Gnarf knows this cottage to be, and you can see out in the distance this sort of, it looks like a clump of trees out in the grassland.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it's right up over there in that copse of trees over up ahead. I'm not particularly good at moving quiet like or sneaking as such, so I will leave all the scouting responsibilities up to one of you. I could give some detail as to the cottage itself.
I'd let Elxaris know she's fine with, as you know, sneaking around quiet like and scouting.
Yes, ma'am. She has scared the heebie-jeebies out of me.
Good, I still got it.
Okay. So how far out are you guys going to wait while Elxaris moves forward?
Oh, how far, Elxaris?
How far?
Like?
Yeah.
How close do you want us, Elxaris, or how far away?
I mean, close enough that if I get kidnapped again, y'all could like intercede, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not very fond of being kidnapped.
Sure.
I don't blame you.
Sounds good.
Maybe
I can
80
go with
feet?
you. We've never been kidnapped, you and I together.
I mean, I kind of wish we were kidnapped together. That probably would have been a more pleasant experience. But
I was going to see if I should come with you, but D&D Beyond will not load my character sheet.
Yeah,
And I
it's
do not
down.
remember if I'm
Oh, is it
stealthy.
It's
Oh, is
down
it
for
down?
everyone. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not going to refresh mine then. I've got
yeah, I'm
mine.
not.
I know I'm not refreshing mine
Yeah.
either.
Do not refresh it if you've got it.
Cat.
Oh boy.
This
You were not a very stealthy cat, no.
Oh
Meow,
no.
meow.
We'll stay back maybe
So-
80 feet then.
I mean 60? I think 60 may
69
be a little
feet,
more.
I shall stay
Oh.
back.
Well,
Right.
I would expect nothing less, Jefferson. You could be 69. The rest of y'all like maybe 60, 50,
Right.
40.
I'll say about 60. I think we can see it that way.
Yeah, I think 60 is close enough.
60.9.
Cool. I'm afraid to touch
Okay.
anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just opened up a bunch of character sheets. It should be fine.
Is it
You
okay?
kidding
All right,
me?
mine wasn't coming up. Maybe it's just mobile.
I haven't
No,
refreshed
maybe
mine a
it
couple
is.
times.
Yeah,
mine-
'cause mine is not coming up.
Oh
I
no,
don't
mine's
have
still
my
good.
actual computer with me.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it just opened! Wow!
Yay!
Wow.
They heard us. They heard us.
They
True.
did. Thank
Okay.
you, D&D Beyond Gods.
Okay. So, Elxaris, I will first need a stealth check from you.
Yes.
And then everyone else, if you could please roll, even though you're staying further away, could you please roll a stealth check for you? And I assume your horses, because I'll add the modifier, because I'm assuming you're keeping them with you, unless you're doing something
Yeah.
else.
Well, for stealth, I rolled a 15, and my horse rolled a 5.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh no, actually no, it's bandit.
Oh.
Maybe Dan should roll for bandit instead of me.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I don't know what Bandit's modifiers are, but a 14 is what I
got
rolled
you.
on the die.
Okay.
I got a
it.
21 for Llennoc in case I'm involved in that.
You are. Everybody but Elxaris is rolling for them and their horses.
Gnarf
Oh,
has
my
a
horse.
horse.
Ileana
My horse
got
rolled a
a 6 for
Okay.
herself and an 11 for the horse.
Okay.
I got an 18 for myself,
Okay.
and Guillermo Ponison got an 8.
An 8, Guillermo Ponson. The third, don't forget that. And I'm so sorry, Narf, I missed yours. It was, I'm sorry, one more time.
Oh, what?
7.
7?
Got it.
Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Oh, that mayonnaise is just
Yeah.
sloshing around.
Tough to deal with. Yeah, you can't really talk over it. Anytime Narf moves, I should say, yeah, there's like a very loud sloshing noise, which is part of why he's not very good at stealth.
Yeah.
Elxaris, what you got for me on your self check?
14.
14.
Yeah.
And so describe to me, you as you sort of walk up, you see that there's sort of this cluster of larger trees and a few smaller trees, and make a perception check for me.
Come on, dice. 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
11. Okay. And you can see through the trees just a little bit that there's definitely a small cottage over there. How close are you getting?
I have dark vision. Well, what time of day is it?
It's late afternoon, so.
Okay. I'm gonna say I want to be 40 feet away.
40 feet away.
Yes.
Okay. So with that, you are kind of scoping out the area a little bit. You can see to one side of the cottage, it looks like there's a small herb garden. And you can also see that there are a couple of makeshift tents over in the area. And there are definitely some figures that are throughout, but it's hard to make out what they are or, what's going on from here.
Can I tell how many?
You see at least 2, but you're having a hard time focusing just because like the trees are, it's very, you'll get this reference because you lived in Texas. It's very how like there's like plains everywhere and then you see where a farm is, right? There's an outcropping of trees and then
yes.
plains. Yeah. That's very much how it is. No, Siri.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Okay. Okay.
Damn it, Cyril.
That's maybe my new favorite moment.
Clip it.
All right. Anyway,
Fuck off.
So great. Damn it, Siri.
Damn it, Siri. Yeah. And you actually, you wait just a couple of moments as you're trying to focus and you hear sort of a little bit of like low tones of talking, although you cannot understand what they're saying. And you hear rustling probably about 15 feet off in front of you. And there are 6 figures that are sort of walking between you and the cottage area.
I'm gonna crouch even lower and back up 10 feet. So now I'm 50 feet away from the tent and the 2 that I could make out. And I'm now 25 feet away from the 6 figures walking.
One more time with the how far away are you going? I'm sorry.
Just 10 feet back. So 50 feet away from the tents and then 25 feet from the 6 figures.
Okay. Can you just make a second stealth check since you're moving at this point?
Oh, son of a bitch. 11.
11. Okay.
I'm gonna send a
Hold
quick
it.
message. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send a quick message to Elxaris. I'm gonna say, if they catch you, just hide behind a tree. I got you.
Okay. I whisper. Okay. But whisper.
Okay.
What we had. No better. Okay. Yep. And then I'm going to. Oh, now you roll. Okay. Chill for a little bit to see if I can hear anything.
Make another perception check for me as you're like.
Why are y'all rolling like shit? 7. I need a save.
7. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you do. Okay. So with the 7 that you notice, 6 goblins pass by you. They seem to not notice you, but they continue walking on this outer perimeter of the cottage farm area and keep passing. But you don't really notice anything about them.
Okay. I would like to stay as low to the ground as I can and sneak back to the group because I don't trust myself to go further.
All right. Go ahead and make one more stealth check for me to see if you can get out of there.
Yeah. Hey, that's better. 28.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
Without
like a cat.
an issue, you slip back to the group.
Oh, how did it go, Elxaris?
Welcome back.
Hi.
That was smooth.
Well, it wasn't as smooth as I would like.
Oh.
But so there's like these tents like up ahead, and I only like made out 2 figures, but I think there may be more. And then
You
like,
made out with 2 people?
well,
while you were...
No, that's not what she said.
No.
That's very stealthy.
Did
I
they
mean,
know?
I work quick.
If they didn't even notice, right?
Yeah, they didn't even.
Impressive.
I didn't even know what happened, and then I left.
They just knew they were feeling great.
No.
Like the wind. Like the
Nice. My mouth tastes like tongue. That's so right. Okay.
wind. Were those drums?
I think.
Oh,
I think
it's a little loud.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
It's
this is gonna
Jumanji.
battle.
What the hell? It was like so quiet, no one could hear it, and then all of a sudden.
As we
God,
talk
is that
about
better?
making
Is that
out-
better?
Battle
It's-
stations.
Violent.
Still, is it still a little loud?
It's-
Do I need?
It's
Nope, that's
violent
perfect.
making
It's
out.
perfect.
Okay, Jesus, please. Trying to be stealthy. About it.
Can't hear you over the
Alright.
drum beat.
It's just you turn around, you see Bandit, and he's like got his bongos out.
Just having a drum
Nice.
circle.
What
with
the hell,
horses.
bandit?
Shut up!
Let's find peace, everybody.
Yeah.
This isn't kumbaya moment. This is serious.
Okay.
So there were 2
Two
figures.
figures.
I think there could be more. I don't know.
Right.
And there's like tents, and then out of nowhere, these 6 goblins like walked in front of me.
Oof.
Did they look dangerous? Or were they
Well-
just going about their day?
In my experience,
Are we gonna be racist again, guys?
never. But in my experience, I just don't trust a lot of people, regardless of race.
But especially goblins.
I mean, you just don't know.
Did
Okay.
you have a bad
Oh,
experience?
Not
Anyways,
me.
this
Is this
beyond the
based
point.
on anything, or
This
is
is
this
beside
just a
the point.
natural prejudice that
The servants would talk, and I would listen. It was like a bedtime story, bedtime
Oh.
story,
bedtime nightmare?
Right.
bedtime nightmare stories.
They would
I mean-
tell you at night.
I've had a few of them.
They would like rip you to shreds.
Which way are we going? What are we doing?
How about this? What? Sorry, go
They
ahead.
would just raid. I think
No.
we could take them. They're goblins. They're so
No.
tiny.
No, let's.
Does your raven speak back with your friend?
Oh, wait, it's not my raven necessarily, but I've got a creation of my own I could send out to scout a little bit, I suppose, if we need more information.
Just wondering if they've had any eyes on numbers of people there in this place.
Oh, the raven came to me one time and then went back. I can't
Right.
quite summon it on command, unfortunately.
Ooh.
Wait,
No.
Raven?
Narf,
Wait.
do you have anything? Do you have anything that can make a like smoke or like a loud explosion?
Oh, yes, sir, I do indeed.
Can we use one of those? Do you have both?
Well, I can make a loud explosion. It's a bit of a fire pyrotechnic display, I suppose. It can also produce smoke. It's kind of the same thing.
Okay. Well, why don't we do that and draw them out, and then we'll see what we're dealing with.
Oh, I can gust the smoke. Because I can do that. I just want
we all have a part to play, Elxaris. I'm sure we'll find a good use for that gust.
Gust, minor illusion.
You're
Well, sorry, I'm with you. Sorry.
I'm so glad you're back.
This is not his wine glass. I'm so sorry. Back on track.
Is that a giant wine glass, or is that just the perspective of the camera? Because that looks like it looks as big as your head.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
It's been that kind of a
I'm actually
day.
holding it behind my head right now.
Yeah.
This is called a burgundy wine
Oh,
glass.
God.
It's made specifically for reds, to like aerate it and
Yeah, to open all the notes.
to all the notes.
Oh.
Yes. But it's also been a very stressful day, so that's why I had to bust this out.
Hey.
Alex
right.
is breaking out the good stuff because he cannot put up with you guys. Yeah. Okay. All right. So what are we doing, guys?
I think we put on a little
Right.
fireworks show. Bring them out. I'll see what I can do.
I
If
can
not,
do
we'll
that
take them.
too.
Are there any creatures such that any of you are familiar with that could cause a flame on their own? Something that's maybe Elxaris could work her minor illusion with to make it seem like maybe it's not people but just an accident of nature.
But sorry, I missed that. I don't follow what was I.
Well, I know some creatures can breathe poison or fire, little tiny things sometimes.
Oh,
I didn't know if there was anything that's in your. I know you're familiar with the area, Gnarf, or Pepino. I know you have a lot of history in that. So I guess myself too, if I'd be familiar with anything with the sage background.
Oh, wait. You don't have a sage background. That's your other character.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I'm a PA.
Oh!
You cannot
Damn.
cheat anymore.
no more cheating.
Shame
Dan.
on me.
No more cheating. That's your
No more
Monday
cheating.
character.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
Gosh,
I'm
dang.
cutting you off.
Yes, please
You know
do.
how hard
That's terrible.
I keep forgetting.
Right? Yeah.
It's hard
It's
to
okay
separate.
as long as on Monday you reference your rock hard six pack.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's awesome.
Oh.
Gnarf, do you know of any creatures that might cause fire like this? Something that make it seem a little more natural.
Yeah. Would I know of anything around those lines of code?
Make a nature check for me, please.
Do that.
Can I also do one?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's good. I am proficient in nature, so that's a 21.
Yeah, I rolled a
21.
14.
14. Okay. Pepino, you're thinking about him, and you can think of a few from back at home, not necessarily from this area. However, Gnarf, you definitely can pinpoint a few. And I'm sorry, you were looking for animals that can do what?
Just
Cause a fire like the sort that we're seeing.
Oh, okay. Cause a fire.
like breathe something, have some of fire effect. Something that would make
Yeah.
sense instead of.
I can just make a fucking dragon if we need to.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of things that aren't that are a dragon that
I mean, I don't know if it has. Does it have to be natural? Can't we just throw a fucking bomb and see what happens?
Whoa! I heard an F-bomb followed by the actual word bomb.
F-bomb bomb.
What? Why can't you just like make the illusion of?
Can you make a wee little dragon, Elxaris? Something that looks like a little wormling.
I like that.
Ooh, all right.
But
And
it's
she's
not
just
gonna-
gonna start like doing that, even though like if it's actually gonna happen or not. She's just gonna start doing it.
I'm gonna lean into Llennoc and say, Llennoc, it's good you're encouraging her to practice her magic,
Right.
but she doesn't have access to the type of thing that you're. Yeah,
Oh.
I had minor
I
illusion. I'm trying.
So
I
Gnarf
believe she
will-
did a minor bird flipping.
Trust me, like I know as an illusionist, I know it's not. It's a little out of her.
Oh, all right.
One day, I'll help her out.
Yeah.
But
I cast Gust on Pepino.
Elxaris, roll just a straight charisma check for me.
I'm just gonna have it like if you cast it on me because I feel bad. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm getting knocked like all the way back, so like tumbling backwards.
That is a good old 9.
She's a powerful wizard.
A 9. Oh. Yeah, your wormling looks a little bit more like a cockatrice, like a
cartoon drawing.
Yes. What was it? A werewolf chicken? Then it does a.
Oh, nice.
That's a werewolf chicken. That's even better than what I meant to do.
Yep.
Good.
I get it.
Well, I think Gnarf should show us what is.
Interesting.
Did you not appreciate my werewolf chicken?
It looks
I was
great.
busy being.
It is a
knocked
beautiful
away.
werewolf chicken.
Thank you, Liana and Jefferson.
You really should applaud her, Pepino.
Fine work.
I did. I said
Fine
it
work,
was.
Elxaris.
I was busy
Thanks,
being
Lynette.
knocked away by her powerful arcane spell.
Good.
Ah,
Arf, does this come in handy for you?
Well, I can create smoke, or I can create a big explosion. It won't exactly harm people, but it'll make them blind for quite a bit. It just depends what you want me to do. If I make a big old smoke screen, I'm not gonna be able to see through it much either. But I don't know if that would confuse them while I'm out.
So
Pepino, I have a question for you.
Hey.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
I've noticed you have the
Okay.
ability to communicate with people remotely.
Yes. Sometimes.
What are the limitations on this? Would you be able to reach out to Gnarf's friend?
No, I don't. I have to see them in order to do it.
You have to have contact.
I have to see them. Yeah.
So I guess we don't have any way of knowing if she is locked away inside a building.
Or actually, I'm looking at my spell book and I can try. I don't know her, so I don't know how it would work.
I knew it was a long shot. No worries, my short friend.
Yeah. I think I can only do it if I know them.
Okay.
So this werewolf chicken is of no use to any of y'all.
Well, I think.
I mean, I could
It's
eat
better
it.
than nothing. If we can't-
It's very impressive.
And we could
Elxaris.
keep it for a pet. Does it last?
Uh,
We could eat it.
No, it's
We could
not
eat it.
tangible.
it
What?
lasts for a minute, and I give it to Narf.
Oh, thank you there. I appreciate this. Does it like weigh anything? Does it feel like
It-
anything?
It's light as air.
Oh, goodness me. It's about as big as my head.
I mean, it'll leave in like a minute. So it's okay. Bye. I'll try to go figure out something else.
I'm gonna say Elxaris, you're
Oh,
doing.
hold on to
I'm
this
gonna,
one.
Elxaris, you're doing great, sweetie. You're doing so good.
Don't
I
patronize
I don't
me.
think she
I'm
needs your
not trying-
patronizing
I'm
tone.
not trying to patronize her, guys. I'm being honest. You're doing great. That's very
See?
impressive. I didn't know you could
Liana
do
and
that.
I are on the same page here.
I'm not patronizing. I'm
Down
just
with your
trying to-
patriarchy bullshit.
Nice.
Yeah, don't.
Is,
Yeah,
Don't
'cause
be so-
Pepino out of everyone is the patriarchy. Pepino out of all of us is the patriarchy.
I
I think we
mean-
might start attracting attention.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm gonna just start mixing these together here, and that is it's gonna explode in a short while. So I suppose that's a bit of a time limit to our conversation here.
Yeah. Just
All right,
Thank-
I'll shuffle.
God.
I'm gonna go 60 feet in a direction and keep my eyes peeled to watch over the
Yes.
explosion.
just shot put it over there and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, all right, well, here goes. And I guess this would be casting pyrotechnics, but the way that Gnarf does it is he pours 2 separate vials, one of which is bright blue and the other one of which is kind of glowing orange, together into a small glass flask, which starts to bubble immediately, which he'll just huck over towards the hut.
Nice.
Okay, fantastic. Roll a because it's actually a spell. Let me just.
Eliana's helping Llennoc keep an eye out. I'm guessing that's what he's doing.
Okay. I'll say because it's guided like with magic, you can pick a spot within range of where it's going to land, even though you're throwing it.
Yeah, I'll do my best to throw. The biggest cluster of them looks like they're out front of the cottage.
Yeah. So you see like this little goblinoid troop that at this point they're starting to turn around as if they're making a circle around the cottage perimeter. At this point, yeah, they're like to the far right.
So yeah, I think I have to make a fire first, and then I can target the fire with the spell. So I guess
Okay.
I would start by lighting the fire with this thing, and then I would cast the spell after the fire was lit.
Okay, great. Okay.
I'm really
So
digging these drums.
Yeah, the drama drums.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so you chuck it over there to start the fire and start the pyrotechnics. And there's a huge explosion and lights of dazzling color. It's about, how many feet away did you want it from you guys?
How far away from them are we?
You guys, right now, you're probably about 50 feet from the goblins, and you're probably about 100... Yeah, you're probably about 100 feet from the cottage itself.
Straight in the middle of the goblins, then I can do it up to 60 feet. So
Okay, so right in the middle of the goblins. Awesome. And they need to... Constitution saving throws. Okay. I got... Goblins. Come on. Too many. Oh, nothing to their con. Okay, so I got a 6, a 7, a 3, a 13, an 18, and a 20.
Okay, so Gnarf's spell save DC is a 15. So
A 15. Okay, so all but 2. So 4 of the 6
Nice.
you see are blinded. Could I get everyone to make stealth checks for me to see if they will notice you guys?
Just us? Oh, not
Yeah,
horses?
just you guys. No, I'll do the horses in the back end.
9 for Llennoc.
9. Okay.
19 for Ileana.
9,
Dang,
18.
Ileana.
Damn, girl.
I'm assuming
7.
Gnarf can't stealth because he's very clearly throwing this at them, but in the event
Yeah.
that he can, it's a 5. So.
Actually,
5. Okay, yeah.
I think I need to be rolling. Always forget to roll for disadvantage because I'm
Oh,
a
yeah.
programmer. That's a 6.
A 6. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no!
And he would have the opportunity to be at stealth, Gnarf, because the grass is at 3 feet, so you have the ability to like duck it really quickly.
He's like one of the velociraptors from Jurassic Park.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. All right. What else do we got?
A 5. Actually, he has disadvantage too, so
Oh, okay.
he rolled a 3, as it turns out.
Okay. All right. So 9, 6, 3. What else we got?
12.
Yeah.
Hey,
Aw, 12 buddies.
20s!
Okay.
You rolled a 12? You must have rolled pretty low.
I rolled so low.
Yeah. I rolled
I'm-
high, so.
Yeah, these
I
are like
also
going
rolled
to
by
jump.
myself. You get it? She rolled so low. Then so low.
Go
So-
get
Steven, I
some
don't
more
get it. Sorry,
wine,
Steven.
honey.
Can you run that? Steven, can you
Hold
run that
on,
by
I
me
need
one more
more
time?
wine.
What? God. All right. All
Awesome,
right.
Steven.
All right. Okay. So as these pyrotechnics are going off, you see these 6 goblins that are off in the distance, kind of like running around a little bit crazy. You see a commotion over by the cottage, and you notice. Let me make sure I. Yeah, 2 bugbears and 2 what are those? Hobgoblins heading out towards the pyrotechnics to and they're making a beeline for the pyrotechnics. They don't seem to notice you guys at this moment, so there are 4 figures running that direction.
And the cottage is where we thought your Gnarf's friend was. Okay. I'll look at Pepino. Oh wait, can I see him through the grass?
I'm like
Yeah,
next
'cause
to
you
you,
guys
like
are
pulling on
close.
your
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like,
Should we go? Let's go straight there.
yeah, let's go. Yeah.
I'll try and if I see anyone else within, without popping out of sight too much, I'll wave them like cottage.
Okay.
And I'll head over to the cottage with Pepino.
Okay. Who is moving forward and who's staying behind?
Forward.
Ileana will move forward.
69 feet by Elxaris.
I came back to the group.
Then I moved away from the group.
Why would you do that?
Because we had an agreement.
Yep.
Come back. We're done playing 69 now, okay?
Okay. All right. Those of you
can always
moving.
tell what you're doing.
Yeah.
Tired of it.
We're like, we're done. We're done. Alex is going to be behind Ileana.
Okay. So those of you moving out towards towards the cottage, can you please make for me perception checks?
Love
I
to.
am not doing that.
Oh.
Narf
hey,
is gonna keep his distance.
Oh,
Okay.
19.
15.
12 for Ileana.
9. My
9.
dice
Okay.
are not loving me tonight.
Oh, dang. Check out that sweet, sweet map.
Working on it. Let's see.
Nice.
That is beautiful.
Oh.
Victoria, use your. It's the opposite day. Okay. Okay. So as you approach, all of you rolled well enough that you can definitely see clearly there's a cottage. There is a path with a front door. Here, I'll point to it while we're here. So there's a path with a front door.
Okay.
You see the tents over here. You guys are actually approaching from over in this corner over here.
Okay.
You see a broken shed, and that shed looks to be filled with a small pile of adventuring gear. Actually, very similar to what you saw at the cottage when you saved Derek at the time.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I saved myself. Like, let's be-
Or when you. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Yeah, no, I'm
true.
sorry. That's right. You saved yourself and then led them back. My apologies.
I don't need
was a
that alt
DM.
history going on.
sorry. And I would say that you see that's kind of off to one side from the shed and the herb garden, a circle of sleeping humanoids and what looks like a giant sleeping dog-ish kind of.
Okay.
So the pyrotechnics is happening off screen from where you guys are right now, but you guys are moving up forward. Seemingly not seen.
Okay. So we see this person at the bottom of the stairwell then? If we're coming up the right-hand side?
Yeah, you would definitely see the person at the bottom of the stairwell. And one more time, who moved forward?
Llennoc?
Everyone but Jefferson and Narf.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry, Ileana, I too aggressively put your wings on, so one of them is...
Oh no.
I know.
Oh, no.
I know. I'm gonna have to fix it later. I'm gonna have to use some glue and fix it later. So you guys are up, kind of near this shed that's full with some travel. It has like some travel packs in it.
Can I spy with my little eye from here which direction the staircase doofus is looking?
Yeah. I would say that he seems like he's on guard. You can tell he's sort of like looking off. He's doing sort of like a check in this direction. Yeah.
And it's just one guy.
It's just one guy. It's a hobgoblin.
We could where did we see the other, or no, well, that wasn't us. Never mind. That was Elxaris that saw the 2 bugbears and the 2 hobgoblins walk somewhere.
Yeah, they ran off
Okay.
screen. Yeah, to go see where they, because they're now with the other 6 goblins that are out in the middle of the pyrotechnics.
We could go and sneak up on this one at the stairs.
I got it, guys. And I'm gonna cast sleep on it.
Oh, snap.
The first level.
Okay, first level. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I
and
hope it
roll.
doesn't have more than like a lot of health.
More than a lot.
More than a lot, yeah.
That would be
Okay. Oh wow, that's
That'd
really
be
good.
quite a bit.
That's really good.
nice. Right, I'm just gonna look at Pepino and like a tennis ball, like a tennis game. Like watch him and watch the guard. Watch him cast a spell and watch the guard.
So it was a total of 32.
32, yeah. This hobgoblin, you see it slump onto the stairs and falls asleep. And as it moves, you notice that there's a front door and then there is a window on that one side. And on this side, you see that there are cellar doors over here, kind of next to the tents.
Oh man.
Does the dog look like it's alert or is it asleep?
Actually, make a perception check for me.
Okay. I've been doing so well with that. Absolutely, that's a 5.
Yeah, 5. It is so big, it is hard to tell. I will say though, it is easy to tell that it's probably not a dog. I mean, it's huge.
I'm gonna cast. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Pepino.
Sorry. I was just trying to clarify where the dog is.
This
Dog.
very large thing right here. would be
Got
the
it.
dog.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do you think the people are captives or part of this group?
I'll give him a look. Does it look like either or?
Yeah, quick perception check since you're trying to look around it quickly while this
No,
is...
I got a 1.
Wow, we're so
No,
perceptive.
Yeah, no, they just look like they were sleeping.
I'd like to send a message to Elxaris. Cast message.
Okay.
Wait, no, you're not here with us. You're behind, aren't you?
I'm with Ileana.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you're here.
she's right here,
Okay.
Llennoc.
Then I'll still cast it. Do you think you should? Do you want to take a look in that? There's so much dysfunction.
You
Yeah.
did the same thing with me like a second ago. I was right next to him. You couldn't.
You know,
I'm lost in it. Yeah. Do you want to take a look in that window by the stairwell where that creature fell asleep? See what's inside.
I can certainly try.
Oh, I'll turn around and notice you. Like, oh, sorry. Right. Do you, and then I'll
If
say
you
it
would
out
have
loud.
looked around, you would have seen it.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the dog and I was looking at the people, and there's just so much going on here.
Guys.
Oh, I could use some manners right now.
We have to tie that. We have to tie that thing up right now. It only lasts a minute.
I can do what? What do you need? I can do hold person.
No, we just gotta tie him up. Just tie
Okay,
him
well,
up.
let's
Okay,
go. Let's go.
I go and
Let's-
look in the window.
Okay.
Whatever I was checking to.
Anyone moving forward, I need stealth checks, please.
I'm gonna stay back because I don't want to ruin Elxaris's jam.
That is
going
a
forward.
20.
I will.
Nice.
30.
I'm still with Narf.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
you
and
guys
help
are just back there.
Ty.
I'm suspicious of Narf.
Yeah, let's go tie up that guy.
Okay.
If everyone else is going, then Llennoc will go. I'm not gonna
Okay.
wait behind. I don't want to.
You guys give me... All right, so stealth checks, and then we're going to check in on the other two.
12 for Ileana, and that's with
12.
disadvantage.
Perfect.
14.
13.
13.
Got the best.
Elxaris, what was yours?
Dirty 20.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 30. And I was like, girl, you are not high enough level to be a 30 yet.
I
All
mean,
right.
actually, if I rolled it at 20, then yes, it would have been a 30.
Ooh,
Oh, okay. Okay.
I have expertise, bitch.
Oh, yeah.
That's
All
awesome.
right. Jefferson and Narf, what are you guys doing while they are... You see them sort of stop by this shed for just a moment, have a conversation, and then start to sneak forward towards the...
Where are we in relation to the map?
You are only about 20 feet back from where they are in the tall grass.
Can we see the giant dog from there?
Just make a perception check for me.
Okay, I can do that.
Nerf did well on that perception check.
Oh, did he? How well?
You go ahead.
No, you can go first because
I was going to say Nerf got a 22.
22.
Oh wow. I got a something good. A 17.
A 17. All right. Both of those great rolls. You guys can not only clearly see that there are 6 smaller humanoids and 2 larger humanoids that seem to be asleep by the fire. but there is a very large animal, and I would say that Gnarf, you recognize it as a warg.
A warg.
Is it what?
A warg.
A warg.
Oh, okay.
Which is basically a big dog.
It's like a big
Narf,
dog.
Narf, do we need to be worried about
It's a
that
big
giant
puppy.
dog?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course they'll eat you, and they'll bite you to pieces and eat the pieces. So yeah, I'd say it's probably fair to be
Oh.
worried.
'Cause that dog is huge. That's like the Linux dick of dogs.
Oh yes, sir, and not as friendly as you would expect from a canine sort. Much more in the wild beast kind of clawing your eyes out sort of way than in a friendly wagging its tail sort.
I worry about waking it up. I almost feel like maybe we should just stay here and need it. You're very small.
Yes, sir. Well observed. I'm quite small. I think if occasion comes for it, I can ensnare it for a time, along with the two compatriots near it. But I indeed would prefer to stay quite out of danger, if at all possible. My frail constitution does not take well to wargs or the such.
How about you and I? We keep an eye on those sleeping goblins and that giant dog, and assume that our friends are okay. We don't see them rustle,
Friends.
and we come to their aid.
Best
Yeah,
friends.
you're my friends.
Best friends. We're best friends. We're best friends.
We come to their aid only if we see them move. Does that sound like a plan to you?
Yes, sir. Indeed, that sounds identical to my own plan, and as such, I will agree.
Okay, and I'll just give him a nod. And I'm done. And my
Alright.
tail will flip happily / nervously.
Yeah. All right. All right. So as the Tabaxi and this old gnome keep lookout at, and you guys from where you are, you can easily see both with that check. You can easily see the sleeping group, and you can see the group that are within that smoke cloud that rings the pyrotechnics. You cannot see any of them that are within the smoke because it's 20 feet, but you can see that that's where that is. So, all right. So slipping back to the other four, you don't seem to be noticed at this time. Ileana, you were tying up the bugbear. Yes.
Don't forget to
was
gag
a
it.
hobgoblin.
Oh, I'm sorry. The hobgoblin. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna help. I'm just gonna like grab its ankles in case it wakes up.
Yes, I will use my rope.
Okay. All right, Ileana, you are skilled enough in knots that this is no problem for you. You do not need to roll for it.
Put a knot right in its
Dang.
mouth there so it can't say a thing.
I'm just gonna shove in like, I don't know, some underwear. Something just like some pants, like just whatever I can grab.
Of course. That's
Yeah.
great for the
It's a shame tomorrow's laundry day.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
All right, and with that, Elxaris, you were going to stick your head out and take a look in the window
Yes,
for me,
I was.
please.
I'm sorry, what?
If you could look in the window for me, please, and
looked
roll
in it.
perception. Roll for perception, please.
And look at
Roll the
this.
peeping Tom check. Alright.
Yeah.
10.
Drop those eaves.
10.
Big old 10.
Okay. Yeah, you see in there 3 figures. All are hobgoblins. One of them seems to be dressed more ornately than the others and has a much larger axe to one side. One of them seems to be standing over a top of what looks like maybe a trapdoor, kind of by a fireplace, and it seems to be like in guard. In a guard stance. The other one is standing by a table and seems to be conversing with the head hobgoblin, but none of them seem to be alerted to the fact that there's something going on outside.
And you said there were 3, right?
There were 3. Yeah, there are 3.
I relate all of that back to
Oh,
the others.
can we go down the stairs?
Yeah, let's do that.
You gotta be
Oh wait,
quiet.
so
But
the
the stairs
stairs
lead
go
up to the door, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
okay,
only-
then they
Oh,
were
I thought they
yeah.
went down. I thought they went down in like a basement.
No, yeah. There's a cellar over here, but a cellar door over there.
I think I saw a cellar door to the side.
We
That
should
might.
go to the cellar.
If there's a trap door, then
Oh.
I mean, there's a trap door. You said there's a trap door inside. It looks like with their garden. Then we should go and check this cellar door.
We have wine there.
Chances are they're probably leading to the same place.
Right?
We're not thinking about the wine.
That's
If we make it out
second.
of this,
Yeah.
They definitely have wine there. I like
Who's
where your head's at,
some?
Elxaris.
Who's the sneakiest to go and check out this door?
Elxaris.
Wine
Be
cellar?
careful in case they've got anything tricky on the doors.
Oh yes, I would love to check for traps.
So Ileana's going to kind of get around the corner here,
Okay.
Victoria, so she
Over
can
here?
watch Elxaris
Okay.
go and check out the door.
Oh god,
Watch
your
my,
ring is just gonna come off.
I'm kind of peeking around the corner.
Okay, great. So Elxaris, I need a stealth check first, and actually I need a stealth check. Oh no, if you're just peeking around
Yeah,
the
I'm
corner
just
and not
peeking around the
actually-
corner. I'm
yeah.
just watching her.
Okay.
Are you getting really low while you peek? Would you say it's a peeking duck?
Take a lap, Steven.
God.
More
Oh.
wine, so
Take a fucking lap, Steven.
What's that stealth? What's that stealth check, girl?
That's awesome.
For me,
Oh.
natural 20, so
Ooh,
that's a
Dang.
nice.
Nice.
You're on fire
nice.
tonight.
I'm on fire.
All right, so you make your way up to the what looks like the cellar door. Go ahead and make a investigation check for your.
Ooh. It was a little cocked, but I think it's fine. Investigation?
It's probably a 1, right?
9. No, it's a 6. But it,
We know how you like. All your 1s are cocked. A 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I wish they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah. The cellar door looks
Conveniently.
conveniently cocked.
Conveniently. But no, it was a 9.
All right. Yeah. No, it looks fine. It looks like it's there's a lock on it, but it looks like it's fine.
I'm gonna send
Wait,
message.
Wait, Locke's here?
Once you,
Locke's there?
nice.
Lock.
Yeah, Locke
He's
is there.
back. Yeah. What?
Nope.
Alex, won't you? I'm Professor X. Sorry. Put my hand up here. That's how Lennox doing it. Alex, once you see what's in there, just send a message back, eh? But don't send it yet.
Lock.
Wait until you.
That's-
Wait until you
There's a-
see what's there.
Shut your mouth. There's a lock on the door.
There's a lock on the door.
I have no more words. End of message.
Nice.
Okay. Are you heading back? What are you doing, sister?
Anybody good at locks?
Yes, I am.
I think Jonathan knows the
Oh,
answer
I'll send a
to
message.
the
Are you-
lock.
are you gonna unlock it, Alex, or do you need one of us?
I'm. Excuse me.
Hmm.
I am great at unlocking locks.
Right.
And I take out my thieves' tools
She's great.
She's unlocking it. I see her.
and unlocking it.
I'm just.
unlocking.
Hey, when you guys turn around,
She's making a weird gesture. I don't know. I think
I've seen that.
I've never seen a lock like that before.
I was trying to roll my
A
dice.
shake weight lock.
It's like
shake
cylindrical,
weight
and it has a little
lock.
bit of a
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Slide a hand check, please, with your tools.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
You
what
were
it's called.
so on point at the beginning of the episode, and we have devolved at the end. Yeah.
I'm so
oh
sorry.
my god.
I'm dying. It's a 22.
A 22, yeah. It's a pretty simple lock. Honestly, the hardest part of it was a little bit rusted. Seriously, it has not been opened in a while. But you pop it open, and the door is now unlocked.
You really handled that lock well.
Right. The hard part.
I am proficient. Oh my god. God.
It's all in the wrist, you know.
You give
It really
No,
is.
lock this.
Oh my god. y'all.
Is it a fucking phallic lock? What's going on?
Yeah. I think the best way to get a lock open is to work it in your mouth a little bit.
Spit on it.
Jesus. We went from 0 to 60.
69.
I'm sorry, 69. Yeah, I should have said it. I stopped myself. I should have just said it. Okay. What are you doing, Elxaris? Bring it back.
I'm gusting myself. Spit on it. And I turn it.
You just work the tongue a little bit.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Guys,
Yeah.
Bring it back. Bring it back in.
Kim's
Okay,
got it
okay,
already
sorry.
in chat. Kim's got it.
Or what?
I'm good.
Oh my god. Kim, do not make it work.
Kim's always there.
Kim,
I
behave. Right.
I'm hurting so
have you-
bad.
How are you?
My
You really handled it well, Elxaris.
Thank you.
That's just their
Almost
chest.
locked. Sorry.
Oh god.
Did you see what
I
was
miss you guys so
inside?
much.
Did you see what was inside?
I can't even. I opened the door.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Okay.
do.
Just roll a d20 for me. Don't add anything to it.
My stomach hurts.
It's a dragon.
12.
A 12. Okay.
It's another
it-
lock.
It starts to creak just a little bit, and then like as you like realize that it's creaking a little bit, you slow, and then it stops creaking,
Oh
and it reveals stairs down to a cellar.
my god, guys. This is where I'm going deep, y'all. We're going downstairs.
She's going deep.
She's going down.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
We're going down.
She's going down.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, I mean, it's the end of the stream. I might as well join in.
Bring it
All
back,
right.
guys. Bring it back.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Roll a perception check for me,
Yes, I can.
Elxaris.
Oh god, that's
That's
time.
amazing.
Okay. It was a plus numbers 19.
19. All right. So you start to head down into the cellar, and you can tell that it's not like a standard root cellar. It's actually more like a basement. It's almost the same size as the space above. As you come down, there's a soft light from a torch on one side of the room, and you can see sitting at a table, working with some sort of equipment. Is an elven woman, and she looks up at you and says, "Oh." And as she does that, can I get a quick perception check from Narf and Jefferson, please?
Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
You got it.
What do you see,
Um,
Elxaris?
Only an 18 for me that time.
Okay.
13 from Jefferson.
Okay. All right. So as you guys notice, no one is stirring in this sleeping pile. However, the smoke has at this point dissipated from the area, and you now see the 2 hobgoblins, 2 bugbears, and 6 goblins out in the middle of the field. Some of them seem a little bit disoriented from the magic. Can you make a pair of stealth checks for me, please?
Oh gosh, yes.
That's not a good thing. Oh, okay. 11.
18.
Sorry, doing quick averages.
50.
Okay. All right. And you see all of them as they sort of start to gather. They look in your direction, but don't necessarily. It's hard to see. It's hard to see if they notice you guys or not. But they start to head back towards the cottage, and that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Wow.
Nice.
Oh boy.
All right. I know, 4 minutes early, but since
The sound
Alec has been
deep.
kind
Yep.
enough to join us next week.
I will be. I'm not going anywhere. We're locked down.
Yeah,
so-
we're all locked down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well
It's
play.
very nice, very nice to meet you, and I look forward to playing with you next week. Also.
Yeah. It's been a
Yeah.
pleasure.
I am looking forward to playing with you again.
Nice. I'm glad that you want to come back.
I know.
Well, I'll try and I'll talk to them about keeping their potty mouths under control.
Thank you, Steven. Thank you.
Yeah.
Someone really needs
That
to.
is something.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll have a
swearing.
Nice.
Family meeting.
family meeting after the stream ends.
We'll give Dan a stern talking to
Yeah,
after this.
that was under control. That
Of course it was. Awesome. Well, we'll get all the fun stuff out of the way so we can call it a night. So if you enjoyed what you were watching tonight and you want to hang out with us more, we always stream from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time on Sunday nights. If you're looking for even more D&D in your life than what we've, just one night a week, Monday nights, The Forsaken, DM'd by our lovely Steph. That game is all sorts of fun, forbidden magic, lots of side quests. I feel like you guys are trying to beat the Monday group with how many side quests. But we'll see.
And a bugbear. There is a bugbear.
And there's a
in
bugbear
there too.
yeah.
So
Yeah, there is.
Ties everywhere. And then on Tuesday nights, we've got Kier's Lament, which is our all evil campaign. Tasha and I play in that. Dan is the DM for that one. Lots of fun. Ramping up to a special game on Saturday with the Friday crew, Stormfall. Steph plays in that one as well, and Dan DMs. That's more of our dramatic and suspenseful D&D game. And we are going to have our second crossover on Saturday. I'm so excited. Dan, remind me of the time because I have not been paying attention.
March 28th, noon. Yep.
Wait,
Eastern
noon?
time. 12 p.m.
Eastern. My bad. Yep.
Eastern.
I have to wake
Eastern
up early?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Hey, we said we were going to do mimosas.
Oh, that's right.
Hey.
Mimosas and D&D, baby. All right, so that's going to be
Yeah,
our
too
evil
bad.
campaign and our and the good aligned campaign. It's our second meeting together, so I'm very excited about that. And then, very exciting, on Saturday night we are starting yet another D&D campaign called the Court of Thorns with the wonderful Kim D20 TV. Yeah, I'm really excited because this one's all about like madness and
Tentacles.
Oh yeah, there's going to be tentacles and probably a few battle muffins. So yeah. Dan, did I miss any of the streams?
No, sorry, I was multitasking, so I have no idea. But if you got the new one, Court of Thorns, on Saturdays after the crossover, and then Madbird Squawks, a talk show, Wednesdays will start the week that Wednesday after the crossover.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. So yeah,
D&D therapy.
D&D therapy. So excited. Yeah, I mean, I think we just need to start putting up that schedule so that we can just say refer to the schedule. So anyway, awesome. Well, it was so wonderful having you guys hang out with us. Alec, thank you so much for joining us. I can't wait for next week. Yeah.
Would it be right if I did the shout outs, if I may?
Oh my gosh. Thank you for reminding me. I'm so out of practice. Please do.
You're fine. Just some huge props. Thank you, Kim, of course, D20 TV, for not only the host but the cheers and all of the gifted subs to all the people. That's fantastic. You rock.
Jeez, Kev.
Thank you, everyone that followed. I know some folks like to be, sort of, what's the word where you linger in the background? Lurking. So I won't call out follows, but thank you for everyone that followed. Thank you. There's so many followers tonight. That's amazing. Yeah, that's it for tonight. Yay.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Awesome. All right. So hopefully we'll see you guys.
Everybody.
Okay. I'm going to rate us over to another D&D channel in case it's a new one, but why not?
Sounds perfect. Let's raid.
Raid.
Thank you all so much, Shannon.
Yeah. Have a great night, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you Sunday.